Larry Hoover, man, what do you want? Raiders, go! Hey, fam, Sunday. This is it, the last Sunday before the action gets underway. How excited is that? Woo! All the arguments and BS have been going on for months could now be magnified to see who is on top of their game. In fact, here's the thing. That's why I chose tonight. I said, this is fun because the defense. Because as I say, on this final Sunday before the Niners hit mandatory training camp, one more prediction. For the sake of pure red and gold entertainment, it should be made. Bragging rights are always a goal. Yeah, you do look around later and say, I told y'all back in whatever month. Because it don't have to be just July. Oh, man. Hey, but so tonight, taking your phone calls for your prediction on which 49ers D will be celebrated as the best between the 2019 Super Bowl season and the upcoming 2021 season. Yes, I know! We've not even played the 2021 season. That's what makes it more difficult. Can you make that call? I'm going to give you some reasons to make it, too. I got some evidence here and there. Well, hold on a second. Hey, here's the thing, though, man. What's going on in the Olympics? It was like, stop what you're doing, right? And no matter what. Because the French said, because we about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I said, Team USA, basketball is something we gonna romp on the hardwood. France beat them. They've not lost the first round since they stopped sending the college kids over, right? Okay, they'll fix this. I mean, how you gonna? Did you see who's playing on Team USA? How the hell did they lose? Okay, anyway, let's talk football. Hey, fam, let's start with the defensive line. Leading up to the 2020 draft, the Niners traded away DeForest Buckner. And they selected Javon Kinlaw with the draft pick they received as compensation, the number 14 overall pick, which was scared the bejesus out of everybody because they dropped down from 13. What y'all, John, what are you doing? And the 49ers select Rugs. Javon Kinlaw. What? Okay. Overreaction. Ayuk is fantastic and maybe even better than Ruggs. And we still got Javon Kinlaw, who this year is going to prove that, yes, he was a good move. And we'll see. The team expects Kinlaw to become a force inside, but Buckner already was, even though the 49ers added some quality players this offseason. Many believe a defensive line without D. Buck is not going to be as good as one is not going to be as good one without him, at least for now. On that one, fam, advantage the 2019 team. If you want to go by that. If you want to argue that, that's good too. Edge rushers, Nick Bosa terrorized quarterbacks and left tackles in 2019 to the tune. I mean, Bosa the dude is coming across the line. You see Bosa coming, and the offensive lineman said he was scrambling, trying to hit Bosa low, hit him high. Dudes running by, chipping him. They get him down. Bosa's on the ground, reaching up like somebody from a grave. Quarterback is still in reach. Bosa's bouncing off the dirt, pulling people down. I'll never get over that. You're looking at Bosa, because you're looking at one screen to the left side. You're looking at Bosa like, no matter what else is going on in the field, damn. Oh, my God. And the only thing I worry about is his full commitment on every play. I need him to stay out there. Dick, Jesus. Anyway, we may have a plan for Nick. I want somebody to play the dog that freeze Nick this year. I want to see Kinlaw run interference for me every now and then. If they got 2 or 3 guys coming after Bosa, Javon, kill one. Kill him. And same on the other side, no matter where he is. Like hockey, they've always got that dog out there that makes sure the big guy or the best guy is protected, right? But Nick, a knee injury in 2020 season. Nick will be back and should be healthy in 2021. But at this hour, it is impossible to assume if he will be dominant as he was before the injury, right? Because injuries are always, something you worry about. How rehab. He's had a whole year, though. I got to believe he's going to be fine. Bosa's, I mean, if Mrs. Bosa's baby boy can regain his 2019 form, no, all systems are a go. There's no doubt about it. This year's pass rush could be really, and I mean really good again. We don't know for sure how good Kinlaw is going to be, but we saw glimpses last year of his potential to absolutely dominate. We'll see. D Ford was injured much of 2019, yet when he played, he made an impact. His injury issues have been the problem, of course, but if he can stay healthy enough to be a situational pass rusher at minimum, and give the team some pressure on the edge, that will be a huge bonus for the Niners. Niners signed Samson Ebukam, as you know, in the offseason in hopes he can pressure opposing QBs as well. But until we see how healthy Bosa and Ford are and how effective Ebukam can be in his new role, the advantage has to go to the 2019 edge rushers' advantage. Again, it's 2019. Bring your argument. I would love to. You know what? I'm going by what I seen. As far as some other people are saying things, analysts, but you make your call because I don't know about this. Linebackers, Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the NFL, and he just got paid to reflect that fact. Dre Greenlaw is more experienced and should be even better than he was even for his first 2 seasons, and that was damn good. The big free agent A signing in 2019, Quan Alexander, missed much of that season. He returned in the postseason, and while he brought a lot of energy to the defense, his play wasn't at the level it was before he got hurt. Remember that tackle that he should have made? And he pulled up because I'm thinking maybe that shoulder wasn't going to have it, and he knew it, and it would take him out of the game. Oh, man. Greenlaw is now playing better than Alexander, and with more experience, that gives a slight edge to this year's LB Core Advantage 2021. Yes, safeties, Kowalski T and J-Dub are still the starting safeties for now. In 2019, there was less depth at the position than there is now, and the addition of Tony Jefferson may prove to be a huge pickup. Kowalski T has dealt with numerous injuries in the past, so Jefferson may end up playing even more than anticipated. And if he can regain his pre-injury form, the Niners safeties will not be a weak spot. Advantage 2021 CBs. Oh, so far, it has been pretty easy to determine which team has the advantage at these different positions so far. Emmanuel Mosley should be better this season than he was in 2019. He's learned a lot. He's been through hell. He should be ready. His experience is one of the best teachers there is. He's had it. He was good in 2019 and 2020, and he should be only getting better by now. It's all about the reps. It's all about the boo-boos. That is what creates a finished product that can kick butt. The loss of Sherm, though, seems like a big one, but if Jason Verrett is healthy, he could arguably be the best corner the 49ers have had in several years. That may include Sherm. The word was back 2 years ago, if Verrett would have been healthy and ready to roll, Sherm was actually going to be expendable at that time. Now, I don't know, that was one of those rumors. I can't substantiate it. But after when I read that, I was just, Verrett's, because I didn't know anything about Verrett. He's that good? This last year, that question was answered. Yeah, he's that good. He is that good. When I see what he did to D-Hop, first few minutes of the game, all right, every dog got his day. Happened again. That was interesting. Fourth quarter, D-Hop still under siege. Little Jason Verrett is killing him. I said, what? Wow. Okay. He is for real. So you got, I don't know if Sheriff could have did all that to D-Hop. you just wonder. Verrett, I'm telling you, man, Last season, Brett was healthy and as a result was terrific on the field. Sherm sustained an injury and missed much of the season, but even before the injury, he was showing signs of slowing down a little bit. Brett is an upgrade over Sherm, even the 2019 Sherm, possibly. The 49ers also have high hopes for rookie Ambry Thomas, and let's not forget the team brought the Shark back. One of the top nickel corners in the league. Ask Tyler Lockett. Rams, no matter who they put in the slot, he ain't going anywhere. Boy, I love me some Shark. Boy, I ain't lying. Advantage, 2-0-2-1. Health is always an issue, so we will see how it all plays out, though, fam. But we don't yet know what they will look like under new DC D'Amico Ryans. We've anticipated, we've speculated, we pretty much see what's going to happen. We see D'Amico as being maybe a little more aggressive, maybe a little different because of the fact that he is a player and he has seen the field from a different perspective. I'm excited. What does D'Amico bring to the table? Will the 2021 defense be as dominant as 2019 defense? Oh, it still remains a question. We're going to find out, though, and we're going to find out early on, too, because we're going to see some things. Fam, have you been noticing, though, every time you look at the wire, somebody else got hurt on another team? It's like you're sitting in this bunker, man, and this mad virus has got zombies running around all around you, and you got to be careful. It's a scary thing. But, you can't believe that they can be good. They can be really good. We'll see how that works out, though. At cornerback, safety, and linebacker, should we expect Ryans to make some rookie mistakes as a coordinator? Yeah, he's got to make a few, right? It's a different role. But maybe not. I don't know how much of an input he had during play calling during the season. You never really see him. You only seen Robert Saleh and some guy pulling on his shirt all the time to make sure he doesn't run out on the field. But, yeah, this defense, bring on 2021. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. The 2-0-2-1 defense statistically surpasses. Oh, this is a risk. Shoot, that's all I do is do risk. 2021 will supersede and exceed and put 2019 in the rearview mirror as the second best defense within the Shanahan era in San Francisco. Yep, I said it. Oh! Yeah, Sean, that's right. They call those guys the enforcer or the goon, yeah. See, that's what Nick needs. A dude to go out there may even get kicked out of the game because he knocked an offensive line. Man, this is where you need that dude. What is that crazy guy I always like to bring up? I'd like to have him on a team, but I don't want anybody to have anything to do with him, be off the field. He is the ultimate goon. Let me get to the top of the chart here. Are we there? Danny, all right. Can the season start already? Who on the Niners will have the most INTs? Dang, that's a good question. Who is going to have the most INTs this year? I'm gonna get back on that one. Let me think about that for a minute. William Roberts, that interior D line is going to beast as well. Bosa and Ford. Bosa 16.5 sacks. Yes. Kinlaw 8 sacks. Armstead 5. I gotta have more than that from Armstead. He's got to do better than that. Armstead's minimum is 10. If he does less than 10, he failed. Ford 10. Kerr 7. Jones 3. Frank Jr., what up? I think Bosa will have the best season next to Kinlaw and Armstead. Let's pray that D Ford is ready to play. I like what you did with rhymes there. Let's play. Let's pray that D Ford is ready to play. And Myra 49er Faithful Lee, what's up? Hope all is well, fam. Thanks, Myra. All is well with you, too. Kyle Baker says, hey, I lost my cousin today. She was a big 49ers fan. Can you give her a shout out? Her name is Sarah. Oh, Kyle. I am so sorry. Did you talk about bringing a high right now? That's awful. Big shout out to cousin Sarah. And this whole season should be dedicated to her, too. Come on, 49ers. There's so many reasons for you to win. And Kyle, again, I'm sorry to hear that. It's awful. Redman R says 49 days till the 49ers season begins. First victims of Lions on the road. Hey, is that right? 49 days. I didn't even look at that. Redman Art, 49 season begins in 49 days. It's Redman. He said, Redman, thanks for that contribution too. Che Martinez. Fred Warner says that D Ford is going to be a ball. I know, right? And Fred looked like he wasn't playing either. I mean, I say that because everybody says, what else is he supposed to say? Well, the thing is, if you got, if you just answered the question because you were sitting there with your towel wrapped around your waist and getting ready to go to the shower and you need to give a quick answer, yeah. If not, you don't go to the length Fred did. Fred sat there and gave a long story. You got to mean that. You can't really make all that up because you're not saying it from the heart, right? Because it's easy to say, as I say quickly, hey, yeah, Ronbo, man, what do you think, man? Is D4 ready to play? What? Oh, yeah. Hey, man, you know what? We all ready to go, man. D looks like D's been working hard. This is like we are focused on winning this season. We got something to prove, right? So, yeah, D's fine. That's it. That's all I would have said. I wouldn't have elaborated in that fashion. I think D's all right. I really do. Because somebody, Fred, the length he went to, people come back to Fred and say, Fred, in June, you said D was working hard. You know him, that he mentally and everything else was ready, and now he's on the IR pup list. What happened? See, Fred ain't gonna put himself through that. D's fine. Pete Gore, what's up, Pete? And yeah, Sean, thanks, man, for that. Governor, enforcer. Richie Incognito. See? Put Richie at the right guard. Richie, he's out there eye gouging people and everything else. I mean, I don't want to play against Richie, but man, I'd love to have him on my team, boy, doing stuff like that. My God. Dude ain't got no boundaries for it. Hey, Matt.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Man, we're just sitting back here looking at the defense, man. I'm trying to. Of course, I'm always like overly optimistic about things, man. I'm thinking that 2019 defense, as you know, is pure hell. For the 2021 defense to surpass what they did is asking a lot.
Yeah.
But
hey,
anyway.
First off, I'm pretty pissed off that I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning to watch that abomination of USA basketball. Kevin Durant could not hit the ocean with a beach ball. That was ugly, man.
I know, man.
They
can't.
Those days of winning
domination
by 40 points in the opening round are over.
That's over. The rest of the world is caught up. Can you imagine that? They've caught up.
Crazy, man. I never thought
We'll
they
see
would,
next
but
game.
it seems like it's come to that. Hey, I haven't been on your show in a while, but I was on Twitter a couple weeks ago getting you and Jesse fired up about the old Jimmy G, Trey Lance argument. My Twitter's Niner Matt, so
Niner Matt? Okay.
Yeah, I'm praying for you, man. I know how you feel about Jimmy, so we're about to find out real quick what's about to happen. So, hey, because I know if Trey Lance ends up starting or they cut Jimmy, man, you better just take the app down for a couple days. I know they're going to be coming for you, man.
I'm always fearless. I've been through this a few times. You know what's funny, Matt? My track record for these kind of duels and battles before the season starts, I've only lost once. And that was because of Dante Pettis.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm with you. My gut feeling will be that Jimmy's going to start, but they are some way going to incorporate in Trey. He'll get a series or two. He'll get packages. That's my gut feeling. And then if Jimmy gets hurt, he doesn't play well, eventually Lance is going to take over. But my gut feeling is Jimmy's going to take over. And on the defense, man, I don't know. 2019, that defense was crazy good. But, well, I mean, at least now since we got Sherm's old ass out, we can play a little bit more man. So that'll be good to see. I think, like, if anything, when he got hurt last year, it definitely taught us that if we get quicker corners out there like Mosley and Verrett and stuff, we could definitely play some more man and mix it up. So, really the catalyst for this defense being better than that team is two things. Like for me, Kenlaw has to take a big step forward in his pass rushing game because, I mean, to be able to come near anywhere. I'm not saying you're ever going to beat Buckner. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-pro, but he has to be able to produce more in the in the pass rush game. So that's one thing. And honestly, the second thing is the unknown is the corners, man, because basically Shanahan he's thrown all the chips on the table that he's confident in his rookies that they are viable backups. And if Verrett gets hurt or Mosley, he's thrown his chips on the table that he believes in Ambry Thomas and Demo. So I mean that's the biggest thing for me.
Wait, who said anything about Ambry and who you're quoting?
No,
who?
that's just my opinion. I feel like
you heard a player say that. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I
yeah,
agree,
my opinion. My opinion based on the cornerback depth is he's basically saying, hey, Verrett, Mosley, you're locking it down, and CB3, CB4 are going to be our rookies. So I just get kind of nervous that those guys aren't ready, especially like Ambry Thomas. Like people have been pretty high on that guy, but he hasn't played since 2019. He took 2020 off because of COVID. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's my biggest thing. If I were them, I would still be looking at the market for another free agent vet just to help shore that up a little bit. But if they stay healthy and Verrett balls out and they get a little bit more pass rush production from Kinlaw, I think 2021 could be better. But right now, I'd probably have to switch. I'd have to say 2019.
2019?
Right now, man.
All right.
That defense was special, dude.
Yeah,
the defense was special.
Oh God, they work together so well, and that's the thing: continuity and how well will this defense work together? Because the 2019 defense had a prior year, 2018. We drafted Nick in 2018. No, that was Nick's 2019 was his rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But everybody else had pretty much known each other. Except for D4. Well, D4 too, but D didn't play that much in 2019. It's hard to gauge D's real impact on the defense in 2019 because he wasn't there very often. Did D play 8 games that year? So to see D on the field, it would almost be unfair. If D stays on the field the majority of the season, that would immediately make the 2021 defense probably better, even closing the gap that DeForest Buckner if Javon Kinlaw can't keep up with the same kind of production.
Hey, when it comes to D, if I were them, I would not let that dude practice. I would have him on the sideline running wind sprints all practice. And literally,
no. Not too many of those either. Oh, the guy, pull muscle.
Yeah.
I can see it now. He pulls that hamstring with ease.
And then if his body is really ready to go by week 1, I would not throw him in unless it's third down, obvious passing situation.
Yeah,
I would limit him until you can trust he's got his body right, and I would probably play him somewhere in the neighborhood of like 25 to 30% of the snaps.
Yeah, you got to keep him on a snap count, if nothing else, but keep him in on the edge. Yeah, but Matt, we got to go. I tell you what, I'll see you tomorrow night on Raw. All right.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, I'm like I said, man. I hope you're right about Jimmy because I know they're coming for you if he doesn't start. So good luck, man.
Hey, Matt, people better know Jimmy G's a competitor. All this negative noise all around him, that dude, I can't wait to see what he looks like now. This guy's coming for it, and I mean he is really coming for it. I already know it.
Hey,
I just don't know what it's going to be like.
Pissed off.
He is.
I hope he plays pissed and he's ready to roll.
Gets no respect. They went and got another quarterback. Get ready for this. George Kittle even alluded to it already. So we'll see. All right. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, man.
Yeah.
See you, bud.
Yeah. Jesus.
Ronbo.
I like that. Take that B out of there and put a G. I might change that. I like that. Hey,
There
Suits,
you
good to see
go.
you, fam. I'm glad here because Larry is in there and like using my writing Raiders down like I yell Niners. The dude does not know where he is. So, Jesus, I know you'll handle that. Hey, give a shout out to your boys and address the subject matter tonight: 2019 defense versus the 2020 defense.
I like to give a shout out to my brother Eddie E. I like to give a shout out to the homie Jack Garrison, Fable JVC, Tommy Huxley, Josh One, all the homies in here. Sorry man, I would like to give a shout out to everyone. But shout out to everyone. I'd like to give a shout out to my son, Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? Because his ass is gonna go to bed after this call.
Woo!
you know.
Oh God.
But Rom, go. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta say, under D'Amico Ryans, I'm really happy. He ain't gonna be no Saleh, but hopefully, he can make his own mark as a defensive coordinator like Robert Saleh did.
See, that could be an advantage, Jesus. I just don't know how it's gonna culminate, but a player with his mind in that position, this is going to be, if nothing else, could be interesting to see some things that we've probably never seen before since 2017. Anyway,
especially that our guys that's extended. Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the league, Ronbo, is extended. He said our boy D4 is healthy. I'm looking forward. D4 is healthy. And I hope that he could play like the way how he played in 2019. He was a big wow factor for us in the on our 49 defensive line. So I hope that he can come out and he could play at least more than half the season. I'm not getting I'm not getting my hopes up too high because I'm tired of hearing, oh yeah, D4 can come back. D4 is he can come back after the bye week. He doesn't still come back.
Hey, bye week last year was kind of early too. That's what was so exciting because you can wait for the bye week. Okay, he comes back in week 5. Okay, right? Because we had week 4 off last year.
I think that was the year that we went to 2019.
Man.
I think we had it more like week 7, week 8 around there. Was our bye week? I can't really remember off the top of my head.
Because I remember we had it way too early and we had to go the whole season. But anyway, yeah, D, man, as long as this doesn't have a migrating injury like that calf injury, I think it started in the calf, it worked its way to the back, and then went all up into his neck, and now was into that. So
right, I don't wish no one to get hurt, not even the little weasel, Russell Wilson,
no, really, it's bad.
I don't.
It's bad juju to wish injuries on other team players. I don't want to see that either. It scares me that I'm seeing guys going down at other teams.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our fan base, I know I'm getting off topic, but this is like regarding like the D4 situation. If he got injured, his body's like banged up a lot. He ends up retiring after the season. Like say like, oh, he played the final season, a few games, and just retires. I'm okay with it. I believe you know when to hang it up when you know how to hang it up. Just like our fan base bashed Patrick Willis when he retired. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very upset when he retired. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was very upset when Patrick Willis retired because he was one of my favorite linebackers. He's one of my favorite players. I saw him when I went to high. I saw him. He was drafted my 6th grade year. 7th grade year.
Yeah.
But Patrick Willis was like one of the best linebackers of all time. But I respect players that know when to hang it up, just like Chris Borland. He knew when to hang it up. They just wanted to build.
God,
we make linebackers in this system.
Yeah. Patrick, that toe, because we don't know what that feels like. That's why I didn't get mad. I was sad, but I wasn't mad. I figured Willis likes to play. If it hurt him that bad, that's the only thing that could make him quit. So I just didn't say anything. Man,
Oh, exactly. I played tackle football. I played tackle turf football, without pads, and that and it hurts, I'm not getting tackled by professionals, with pads on, but even these guys get hurt with wearing pads, and and I got hurt with not wearing pads, and imagine these guys, who do it for 16 weeks, well now
year after year. Yeah.
Exactly, one bad play, could end your career.
Easily.
That's just one thing, that people got to understand. This is football. It's impossible to stay healthy. That's why it amazes me that Russell Wilson hasn't missed a football game in his whole, since 2012.
Gotta give him
That
credit.
little weasel.
Mm-hmm. He
That little
got
weasel.
hurt that one year. Remember when our
In
outside
2015?
linebacker, hurt his neck. They said he was in pain, but he was still out there playing. So Wilson, he's going into the Hall of Fame. I got a feeling. If for no other reason,
Russell Wilson, late Russell Wilson, not like so much early Russell Wilson. Yeah, early Russell Wilson, like his rookie, like before he got paid, he was raw. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't like the Russell Wilson that we see now, where like people put him in talks for MVP. Russell Wilson back in the day wasn't no MVP. It was his defense that carried him.
And Marshawn Lynch, but now. Yeah, Russ is. I don't say anything bad about Russell Wilson. That boy he amazes me at times. I just wish he would not amaze me during the time we're playing his team. All right, fam. Hey, Jesus, we're gonna go say goodnight to your boys. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we got.
All right, Ronbo.
Wow.
All right, Ronbo, man. Thank you for having me on call, man. Shout
Always
out to
a pleasure.
Ronbo. Shout out to Rongo Sports.
I love it. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, Eric.
What's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, we're go ahead and everybody's putting their neck on the line. 2019 defense. Are they going to still continue to be the standard after 2021, or will there be a new standard set with the 2021 youngsters, including Javon Kinlaw? Ooh, Eric, the repercussions behind, if that does happen, they'll probably say, oh, man, you guys, the only reason why 2021 defense is better is because D Ford stayed on the field all year. And they had nothing to do with Javon Kinlaw. Because you know how we do. People, I can already see it now. So, but what do you think is going to happen?
I do think in some areas we will be a little better. Like I think in the corner group, I think that's going to be a lot better. But I mean, I said on a different show that Verrett might be a little bit better than Sherman. But the thing with Sherman was despite his lack of physical skills, was able to lock down an entire side of the field with just his knowledge. Teams were literally scared to throw his way. And I don't think that's something Verrett
can do yet.
Is going to do. Yeah, not yet, but I think it could happen. I think Verrett could get to that spot, but as of right now, I still do think Sherman is a little better than Verrett, but only because of that reason. As far as the physical skills, Verrett has him surpassed by like a mile.
Because Sherman was not going to play man defense for you, but Verrett, he will. In fact, I'm not sure which Verrett's better at, man or zone, because Verrett is like chewing gum on them dude's shoes, and he's fourth. Verrett can run a 4.3.
Verrett's a 4.3 guy?
They clocked him over 20 miles an hour. I said, wait a minute, whoa. Matty B got clocked. Mostert got clocked at those speeds. Verrett too? Google that. He's that fast, but it figures. He's got that size and stature. I didn't ever think about him as being a speed guy, but did you notice you never saw anybody leave Verrett during coverage?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stephon Diggs did, but that was a little different because Stephon Diggs is one of the best route runners.
I was going to say he probably beat him on a route. So. Yeah, but in a go route, ain't nobody beating Verrett downfield. Diggs is, boy. That's why I look at Ayuk as being the next Diggs. Let's see.
Yeah. And, he's I think he's a little bigger than Diggs as far as his frame.
Yeah. Ayuk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Ayuk get in the combine? I think he had he was up there with like Calvin Johnson in his wingspan, huh?
Oh no! His wingspan is not human. He's got the wingspan of a condor. It's I would like to know because somebody said it's as big as Jason Verrett. I think I read that. I mean Javon Kinlaw. I said, whoa! Kinlaw's twice as big. I got to go back and see if I was reading or was I dreaming. Because that's. Woo! But his arms are freakishly long. So he's got a wingspan. This is what's going to make him probably one of the premier receivers in the league. Because those throws that are a little bit off, a little bit errant, he can go get them. So, yeah.
Yeah. And he was the red zone threat for a little bit. I don't know if a lot of people noticed that. But Ayuk was a really good red zone threat, especially during the midseason. He was there. I think he got a touchdown pass in the Patriots game, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jimmy loves him too. Jimmy talked about him last year, the beginning of the season. Before this guy will make even your worst throws look good. It's
because Ayuk has that. Ayuk has that potential to be one of the elite receivers in the league. It's not like he's one dimensional like Marquise Goodwin or something. You know.
Yeah.
He has that potential to be the whole package.
Yep. We finally may have a number one receiver easily because he led statistically last year as a rookie in several categories. He was out often. The only reason why the Dallas Cowboys C.D. Lamb had a better year is because our guy got COVID out. How many times they took out Ayuk more than once on the COVID thing, didn't they? Damn. Every time COVID came up.
I think they did.
So I says, man, you people, man, y'all can't be sitting my boy down on there. You ain't sick. But they did anyway.
What do you think about Mohamed Sanu? Because I think he said that he feels he's the most physically, like, how do I say it? Like,
ready?
What is it?
Ready
that he's ever been in his career.
Feeling better than you know what? I don't have a problem with Sanu. People don't like Sanu because they think he's too old. But if Sanu wants to be out the third man, I like his experience. Ayuk loves him and worships him. There's many reasons to keep Sanu. If Jalen Hurd comes out, Eric, you got to ask the question: can Jalen beat Sanu out? If Sanu beats him out, he beats him out.
I think Sanu's I think Sanu's gonna get that third spot. I think he just has the most experience out of all the guys. And he knows the system the best.
And then there's that.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then Sanu, he can do all types of things. He can do what Emmanuel Sanders was doing in 2019. He can throw the football if you want. He can throw the football, literally.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, we're probably going to see Sanu throwing the most. You never know.
I love that. God, I love that play. Surprise! Oh, Mostert's downfield with nothing but real estate in every direction. All Sanu's got to put that ball in the money. He does. Touchdown, Niners. God, it's fun stuff. Eric, man, we're getting all crazy here. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
Have a great night.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Looking forward.
All right, later.
Oh, God. See, you can tell you're ready for football. I can get worked up over anything. Especially my dude, chill, pill, barbecue, Phil. Phil.
Hey,
Ronbo. You
Ronbo.
come in with the absolute truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I have already committed 2021 as being the better defense for Phil. If you want to point out why that is not right, please do. Or pick
I think it's Kinlaw versus Buckner is the big question. Everything else, I mean, people are forgetting Ebukam. He's going to make a big difference to this defense. I mean, when you put him on the outside linebacker opposite of Dre and with Fred in the middle, Ebukam can blitz. He's a real good pass rusher. He's a guy that can run down people. He can contain some of these jackrabbits that we have in the league. And, I just think that he's going to make a big difference to that linebacking core. This is the best linebacking core since Willis and Bowman.
There it is. I've been afraid to say it. I love Dre Greenlaw. I don't want to get people say, Rumble, man, you go too far, man. You always talk about somebody. Look, Dre Greenlaw is a good linebacker. Phil, you agree, right? He looks good out there.
Yes. Yes. In this day and age of game,
yes,
these guys are fast. And there's a lot of speed in our linebacking core. They're not as big as, say, Willis and Bowman, but they're faster, actually. So
and Bo
we've got a great linebacking core.
His last couple of years, right? Trey is.
Well, Fred's the best in coverage, maybe in the history of football at middle linebacker.
They rank him with defensive backs. Fred ranked with them. Go.
So I agree, and I think Ebicom's going to make him even better. So when the defensive coordinator, he says he's going to be more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say it's going to be Fred Warner he's going to be more aggressive with. I don't think so. I think he's going to be blitzing Ebicom from the outside linebacker a lot more.
Mm-hmm. I think you're going to see something with DBs that we're not used to as well, I think.
The other thing is on D Ford. You got to read the tea leaves. We didn't go after Kerry Hyder. If D Ford couldn't play, they would have gone after him because they would have needed an extra defensive end that can rush the passer.
True.
They also D Ford was in the facility all year long. All right, he was working out. So they know what kind of shape he's in. And also, I think D Ford, because he restructured his contract, he could have walked away and taken the money and just said, "I'm done." Yeah. If he didn't think he could play, but he took a restructure. He helped save the 49ers as far as re-signing all these, our free agents. And I think he's going to have, don't practice him. I think the previous caller was exactly right. You don't practice him. That's what Kansas City did with him. Because all he's going to do is rush the passer on third and long.
And he can do that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So if he can beat the tackle, that's all you got to do. So, I think D Ford's going to play. He's going to be effective. Just being on that line of scrimmage is going to make offensive coordinators think twice.
Mm-hmm.
I expect Nick Bosa to be Nick Bosa, just because the Bosas are that way.
Yeah.
And you look at his brother after he had his ACL, he came back and had an All-Pro year, and now is the highest paid defensive player. So,
what are they made of?
So,
what is she feeding those boys? My God.
Well, I expect Nick to be Nick, and so. Yeah, I love our defense. It's going to be a top 5 defense. I'd be very surprised if we're not. We just got to get to the quarterback, and hopefully Kinlaw has a sophomore breakout year. If he does, we're going to be tough to beat if we stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. He's getting all the
There's always a health issue.
He's getting that preseason instruction, Phil. He's getting that grown man strength. He looks harder this year than he did last year. They're working with him. He's getting, the guy's ready to go. You can tell he came in looking for
in all honesty, our defense was pretty good last year.
Truthfully.
Even with the injuries.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I think where we're going to be much more improved is on offense.
Oh.
Because of the offensive line. And, we got a number 1 receiver with Ayuk. Debo will be back. Kittle.
Exactly.
You got a stable of running backs.
Yes. Everybody knows their job thoroughly. We're in our second year, first year learning this offense. No. Everybody can move on instinct out there now. This is what I like about that offense now. There's nobody with a learning curve. We got to worry about right guard. If Banks is going to start, he has to catch up. But everybody else knows exactly what their job is and how to go about getting it done.
But Notre Dame played that style of offense with the zone blocking, so it shouldn't be too hard for him. And we got Brumskill, even if he doesn't pick it up quick, so Brumskill can start there and be fine.
And the
So
key
we've
is
got
Alex
depth.
Mack, Phil. That is people don't realize the Alex Mack at center is golden because this
Well,
is
the
the
center
guy.
is the quarterback of the offensive line. He
Oh,
calls all the
gosh.
blocking schemes
And he
in
knows what
Kyle's offense.
and he
And
telegraphs
he
what the
he
defense
knows
is
Kyle's
too.
offense. He's going to come in there running. So
Yes.
no, Kyle Mack's an all decade was on the all decade team. Okay,
Tell you, I can't
he's
wait.
pretty damn good.
I can't wait. We just got to keep him on the
So
field all year.
yeah, but you know what? He played 14 games out of 16 last year. And then he played 16, 16, and 16
He's
the
an
3
Iron
years
Man.
prior.
Yes, indeed.
So he's not an injury-prone guy.
He's no whip.
And in
Hey,
Kyle's
Phil, he
Go
had
ahead.
played in the Super Bowl, I understand, or some game. He had a broken leg that year. Who does that There was a football player years ago, I think it was Jack Reynolds, had a broken leg in a championship game. I said, man, that's I think was Reynolds a Ram?
Hacksaw Reynolds,
Was he with us?
he was on the Rams, and then he
Yeah, it
came
was
to the
Reynolds.
49ers.
It was Reynolds. He was with a broken leg. That's a guy, but he's tough. They don't
But
make
anyway,
football players like
no,
that anymore,
I-
Phil. But we got to go. Oh, God, this is
I'm
fun.
bullish on our team. That's for damn sure. So I'm getting ready for the season, and go Niners.
All right, Phil, get that truck, get that
All
SUV or whatever you're using out there polished up. It's time. It's time.
Yep. We already
All right,
got the
Phil.
menu set.
Oh, God. Phil, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man.
All
Talk
right,
to you
Phil.
later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
And what? Is that the Rev? You can tell it's football season now. When I see the Rev's name pop up on the screen, Rev, get in here! Ain't seen you in way too long. How you
What's
been
good,
doing?
Ronbo? What's good?
Oh, Rev, it's been rough.
Yes, it's been rough. I've had my knee replaced and
Whoa.
just been yeah.
Rev, is
The
that an
Rev
old
had to
injury
have
that
his
you
right
finally
knee
got tired
replaced.
of, or was that a recent injury? How'd that come about?
Oh, just old age, man.
Oh, well, then there's
Just
that too.
the
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
The body catches up to you after a certain amount of time, but the Rev's doing good, recouping good. So,
Glad to hear that.
I've been listening to the show, what I'm saying, hearing all the 49er fans speak. So let me start this off by the way that the Rev knows how to do it. First and foremost, I got to give a shout out to the man Ronbo for giving us this platform to speak. As a 49er faithful, as we bleed this red and gold, I want to give a shout out to all the 49er family worldwide that tunes into the Ronbo show. And most importantly, the time is coming. This team is poised to do something. And the shows that I've been listening to, hearing the back and forth, and I really can't say that this defense is going to be like the 2019 defense. I think
It's asking a
this
lot.
defense needs to have their own identity. We tend to give our 49ers so much praise as far as our, past teams and things like that. But every 49ers team has a different identity. And I personally feel that this defense, it's going to be a top 10 defense regardless. Like, I have no doubts about that. I mean, just like Phil said, we had a solid defense last year with what I call the Lego defense, because we had to put so many different pieces because people getting hurt. So we had to build something, but these boys stepped in, like I said in previous shows. And if y'all know, being on Ronbo, I've always said next man up. And, this year on paper, it sounds good, but we won't know nothing until they put those pads on, they put the helmets on, and they go out on that field and produce. I will definitely say signing Fred Warner was a
must.
very good must we needed. He definitely showed the poise of how Patrick Willis was. You know, when Patrick Willis came, and we still admire Patrick for what he established as that dominant linebacker that he was in the 49ers uniform. And I think Fred has the same potential, but I'm not trying to put him in the same boat as Patrick. You see what I'm saying? But he's getting there as far as the leadership, being that guy on defense to be like, hey, get me a spot, you know, let's read it out, let's play, let's, you know what I'm saying, let's do it. I think this team is very hungry. They're hungry. There's no doubt about it. This team is hungry.
God,
whether we get to the Super Bowl or not, we're hungry, and we're going to fight. And I've said it even when we had our dark times. When you play us, there's a fight. You're going to have to fight. We're going to come at you with everything that we got. I think these boys are poised and set to set a tone and come out and you know, just play every down as hard as they can.
From week one, agreed. Yes.
From week one. You know, I've been listening to the show and reading in the comments. There's some Detroit Lions fan in there always posting something about the 49ers losing. And I'm sitting here every time I read this, and I'm like, dude, your team ain't been good since Tecmo Super Bowl on Nintendo. So we ain't even worrying about the Detroit Lions stuff, okay? And then there's a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Doesn't miss a program. And they're talking trash.
Right. There's some Dallas Cowboy fan I got into it on the chat at one time. I'm like, look, dude, you know, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. Let's just get it
Texas
out there.
boy.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever his freaking name is. The only thing that's good about Texas is the state is big and y'all have some of the best brisket. That's it. But outside of that, your football team effing sucks. I'm just going to throw it out there. But you know, I'm just like everybody else, you know, that bleed this red and gold. We're ready for this season, and we're poised. However the outcome is, we're still going to go out there and rep. We're still going to wear our colors. We're still going to scream. We're still going to chant. We're still going to just have that energy that we have always had through the good years and the dark years. You know what I mean? And the Rev just want to tell y'all, worldwide 49er fans listening, yo, rep your colors. Rep your pride. You know where your heart is. Your heart is in that red and gold. When we get in that stadium, make the loudest noise that you can. When you know what I'm saying, watching the game, hell, scream the loudest that you can. But just know, you know what I'm saying, when come week one, we ain't playing no game. And I think that, you know, coming into this season, look, I'm getting goose pimples just talking about it. Come week one. So little Detroit guy that be in our comments, let me just tell you that come week one,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw it out there right now. Your ass is grass and we are the lawnmower. That's fact. So Ronbo, I thank you. I love you. We appreciate this platform.
Thanks,
the Rev
man.
is back, and yes, you best believe come season, I gotta that book of champions is coming, fam. So you know what I'm saying? I got some new insight. You know what I mean? But the Rev is doing good. The knee is healing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fan worldwide, red and gold, 365, 24/7. Ronbo, we thank you. We appreciate you. Niners for life, red and gold. And y'all know how I do. In order to beat a man,
you got to beat the man.
Got to beat the man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Can't wait to see you again. Be back tomorrow night if you got time and feeling better. All right.
Oh, most deaf. Love y'all, Ronbo. Thank you so much, man.
I love you back, Phil.
Niners for life. Let's do it.
Yes.
I holla. Peace.
Night, Rev. Yeah, it was Jack Youngblood. I remember, I said, damn, the hell you play football on a broken leg? What does that feel like? What kind of man? George Kittle is a throwback to that kind of football player. Because George playing with that flat jacket, was that year before last? Or the 2019 season? Did George, who plays with flat jacket? George, are you with the FBI, a SWAT team of the 49ers? My God. And you can still play and take contact. Fred, I mean, George could have played in any era. I mean, when they had the one bar across the face mask, George would have loved it. I'll never forget that vision. George just got hammered in the end zone. Dude gets up, you couldn't see George. There's George laying on the ground laughing his ass off. I said, George, they're going to test you for drugs, man. Stop doing that, man. Hey, Nudge. can talk to Naj. Boy, football season's really back when you can't. Naj has been gone for weeks, months. Naj! No, Naj, it's early. You ain't sleep. Wake up, Naj! I heard something. Naj? We'll come back to Naj. Maybe Naj is just like... Because Naj is like a student. Naj has probably got some lady over to his dormitory. Naj, I'm going to tell your mama. Hey, D.
Ronbo. What's going on, brother?
D, it's football season, man. I'm starting to get all giddy and crazy. You know what I'm saying? That feeling that you can't wait till tomorrow comes. Because now, every tomorrow gets you closer. And next week, the excitement starts in camp. You know, the writers go out there and start lying and making things up to pad stories. We're going to eat and swallow it like we always do. You know,
The writers go.
You know, Grant Cohn is going to be the head man in charge out there. You know, you read everybody else's stories, and then you go read Grant. That's what I always do. You know, see what everybody else says, and then go read Grant. It's just fully entertaining, hilarious. So, but D, where you at, man? You.
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm right here, brother. Can you hear me?
I hear a lot of. You're surrounded by sound.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn off the headphones.
Oh, okay. Anyway, D.
There we go. Is that better?
Oh, that's so much better. Because they got to hear you, man.
Oh,
I love to hear what you got to say. But the thing is, 2019 versus 2021 and anything else you want to D up in there. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? You see what I did there? Well, I enjoyed that myself. What you want to D up in the defense and D on all the... Go ahead, D.
There it is. The first thing I want to say is shout out to the Rev. Glad you are back, brother. Wish you nothing but a speedy recovery. It has been too long. I was so used to hearing that man come through. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's doing well, and hopefully everything in his life continues to stay blessed and continues to go forward.
Yes.
With that being said, all right, this is my thing. Will the defense be better than the 2019 defense? That is just yet to be seen. The reason being is because you got to look at the pieces that we had versus what we have now. One thing I will say is, as long as the line is putting the pressure the way that they should, we should see an increase in the sack total. The reason being is because you'll have Nick Bosa on the edge. Javon Kinlaw will definitely be able to, wind up pursuing more sacks. If Sosa comes through and does what he's supposed to do, man, we're gonna have it. It's just gonna be a nightmare. And then with D Ford, y'all know me. You know me, Ronbo. When I see you on the field,
D ain't from Missouri,
when I see you on the field producing,
yeah.
look, when I see you on the field producing, ain't got nothing. I'll have nothing but praise and admiration. Until then, whatever. I don't care about. My thing is, everybody's like, well, yeah, let's just spell him, and he should only be in on this amount of down. As much money as we paying D Ford, his ass should be in there no less than 80% of the damn snap. Okay, 70 to 80. You should be in there.
His run defense ain't all that fun. I just assume D sit down a little bit more.
It would be smart to sit. It would be smart to sit him down on run plays, because yes, we don't need him for run plays. He's better at rushing the passer, on passing down, and on third down. So do I get that to an extent? Yes. But at the end of the day, to be honest with you, you know what I want to see from D Ford right now? Him on the damn field.
Yes.
I don't need them going, well, we're happy with his progress. No one gives a shit about progress. No one cares about Jalen Hurts' progress. If you're not on the field producing, you're not earning your paycheck, and you're wasting my time as a fan. I don't like you if you're just sitting on the sidelines getting paid for nothing. Because if I'm going to pay to support the team, or I'm going to pay to go to a game, I need to see you out there, doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Everybody says, oh, well, we got so much potential with Jalen Hurts. You know how long we have potential with Jalen Hurts? For 2 years. It's going on 3. It's time for the potential to turn into a reality.
Yes.
And with D Ford, he's been there all off season. So they say, yeah, we sent him home. If he ain't in training camp out there trying to make no damn plays, it was a waste.
Mm-hmm.
That don't make sense. So why wouldn't you want him, like in preseason, I expect any player that has been out to play. We should not sit him all preseason. You know why? There's going to be rust. You know the reason that football players, a couple of callers ago, the guy was talking about how he played football without pads and everything, and how he, Jesus, he was saying how he got tackled and then hurt. I did the same thing. That's just what you do when you're a kid. You play, we all do it. We love it, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But what the one reason that football players can do this year in and year out is because your body tells you it's time for football. Why do you think Brett Favre retired and unretired so many damn times? His body was mentally telling him, hey, man, why am I not getting hit? You build up that football callus so you can play every year. That's the reason why those things happen. Now, one thing that hasn't been mentioned the whole show, and I thought 49er fans would be elated about this because I am overly happy. There's somebody on the Cardinals that wants to trade. His name's Chandler Jones.
What?
He won't leave because he want more money. So go bye-bye, Chandler Jones. Go over to the AFC if you can. I don't care where you go.
Well, this is
just get out of my
news.
division.
Yes. I don't want him over there helping JJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I would love for him to leave. If he leaves, then that means that we got to put all the pressure on the young kid, Isaiah Simmons. And he's supposed to be Mr. Kittle stopper. He didn't stop nothing. So either way.
I knew that was going to get him in trouble. George would
automatic. Don't look. What's the old expression, Ronbo? Don't bite off more than you can chew. He bit off more than he can chew. I get it. You say you built. Yeah, look, man, let me tell you something. Unless you working out with these dudes in the offseason and learning their tricks of the trade, guys like Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Darren Waller from the Raiders, you're not finna stop these dudes. They're basically wide receivers with more weight on them.
Right. And don't talk about it before you get into the league, because now they're going to wait for you. Whereas they may have not taken you seriously, and you might have got away with a few things. But now, that's that kid came out of school. Oh, okay, let's go. See that you don't want that.
Because what people don't realize, is when you run your mouth, players typically will tell you, they notice that. They truthfully do. Prime example, look at Lonzo Ball. He had a target on his back since the day he set foot in the NBA because his daddy ran his mouth to no end.
God.
So
I just think, Lonzo,
if you don't even have your father running your mouth, then me, personally, I'm going to tell you right now, man, Isaiah Simmons will get himself into a lot of trouble continually if that's what he's doing. I honestly think that our defense
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he stopped talking. I think that our defense will be better this year, and it's just strictly based on the fact that we brought in the dude who we're going to test out. I'd like to see a lot of Sosa in the preseason, not enough to risk him getting injured, but enough for us to see what his effectiveness will be in the type of defense that
new for him.
that we're getting with D'Amico. The reason being is because D'Amico is saying, I want to blitz a little bit more. Now, I like the fact that he wants to blitz a little bit more. The reason being is because you don't have to blitz on every down, but we literally, the whole time Saleh was here, I think we were like the lowest blitzing team in the league because Saleh, the way he ran the defense was the front four does the work, the linebackers, make sure that the run game doesn't tear us to shreds, and the DBs can cover the pass.
Yeah,
and if they're passing, we'll have our line. Yeah, he ran. Yeah, there was more nickel, so we hopefully will get that. And I think that Sosa will come in and we'll see what he has, but it'll be a task. Right, exactly, yeah. Let's hope so.
Go be fun stuff starting next week till we go get a little taste, and see what it looks like. D, always a pleasure. Niner Gang Podcast. D putting out content regularly now. D, what you got coming up tomorrow?
Probably, yeah. We're gonna finish up the series on our drafts. So basically, we're going to go through the Trent Baalke era. And after we get through with Baalke, then we got to come on into John Lynch, because we're always happy with everyone's progress. And, we love the way that we drafted.
and also, don't forget to say, and I can tell you, John kills you with that. That's when you know John's getting ready to tell something that ain't probably exactly right.
Right.
Gee, good stuff. There he is. Letter Gang Podcast. Tune into D. If you subscribe, if you click on to him, get to his subscribe, and that way you'll get the notification. D, love you, fam. D,
all right, Ronbo. You have a good evening.
All right,
Good
you too,
evening.
fam. Hey, Jazz.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Y'all have a great evening. Bye-bye. Let's go. Hey, JT.
I can't say, but I can tell you, God kills with that. That's what you know God's giving me tell something that ain't probably exactly right.
Right.
JT.
Podcast, tune into D.
Okay. I'm going to wait for the lag. JT's going to eventually hear his name and say, okay, oh, he's talking to me.
Love you, fam.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, JT.
JT. All right. JT. All right. Let's go to DTNT Neeks and her sidekick, the adorable Daisy. D!
What's up, Ronbo?
Denise, we are just sitting here getting ready for the season. We've had people check in tonight that regularly take off the off season like sane people do. Denise, actually, you're one of the people that's sane and don't just do football 20. You know, it's actually not healthy. I have to commend people that give football a rest and then come back afterward, refreshed and mind clear. And the stress is not there. Social media engagements that really can be something that you can end up throwing a phone through a window, So, Denise, I'm impressed that people leave football alone for a while. But Denise, how's Daisy doing?
We're doing good. We're out here taking our walk. It's unfortunately it's a humid now because it's been raining, so it's like 80. It's like 80 degrees, but it's like.
But feels like 105 because of the humidity. I know. Denise, have you ever been down through Louisiana and areas of Florida and felt that humidity?
I've been to Florida, and we went to Key West, and holy shit!
God, it's like you could.
That's
feel.
like, I literally was like, I'm like, women here don't do their hair. You know why? Because you don't have to. Because like literally, you walk outside and it's like you just took a shower.
and that sweating as you're not even moving, you're standing still and you're covered in perspiration. But Jesus, you don't need to move here to sweat. God, I could work out here.
You know
easily.
what, Ronbo? The first time I went there, I was like so shocked because, I mean, I was born and raised in Arizona, so I don't really know anything else.
Fire, heat.
And like we went somewhere, and I told my husband, I was like, what the hell? I go, these people have nets on their houses. And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's because they've got mosquitoes out here the size of fucking horseflies.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, and they come in,
like, you
can see their teeth. Same way in Louisiana. All them bayous out there, mosquitoes sitting up here. Hey, you ain't from around here, is you? You may even taste better. Uh-oh, here we go. Denise, now let's talk about some football. Denise, 2019 versus 2021. What are you thinking as far as who's going to have the best defense?
I mean, you know what? I think it's going to depend on a lot. First of all, I hate to say it, but like always, it's going to depend on our injuries.
Oh,
we have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
If we can stay healthy, I think we're going to be dominant. And I'm really interested to see, like, what DeMeco Ryan's going to bring versus Salah. So I'm really interested in that portion of it, too, to see, like, how the schemes are going to be different.
And you should be, Niche, because that's going to make a little difference because, it was just pointed out, Saleh remain textbook. You know, your frontline defense provides the pressure. Your linebackers do their job against the run. They sort of back up the front line, of course. And your cornerbacks, they seal and they protect and make sure the front line can work well. And in turn, your defensive secondary should be able to do their job even better. But there are things you can do to even add a little bit of an accent to that can make you even more effective and dynamic. But Saleh wouldn't go there. He did a little bit more last year. But you're right. D'Amico is going to go there this year, I'm predicting.
Yeah. So that's going to be really interesting. Like I said, I mean, I think we're going to be top 5. I mean, at least top 10. You know, regardless, like, because we've got some beasts. Like, if people think about like who we have, and I'm still working on coming up. I swear to God, I am going to find a miniature Kyler Murray doll, and I am going to send it.
I forgot about that. To
Javon Kinlaw, and I'm going to ask him to do an interview with when they play the Cardinals with him in his mouth.
He'll do it too, because if George Kittle gets wind of that, he'll make. Javon, you got to do this, man. I'll help you out with it. Come on, man. And Javon, no, man, come on, man. I don't want to have no disrespect for him like that. Javon, this is football. It's a 49. Javon, if you don't do it, come on, man. I can see it now. He's got to do it. Woo! Oh, just don't do it before the game. Stuff. You know.
Well, no, you know, like because we're gonna have Kittle. Yeah, we're gonna have Kittle over there. All you know, can you smell what the Niners are cooking?
It's gonna be fun. Oh God, George should come out there and do that before every game anyway. George is more of a. Didn't he? Stone Cold was his favorite guy, right? He could come out with Stone Coldisms, would be funny. Drive him out on a back of a flatbed and drive it around the stadium and have people throw beers at him. George is picking him off out of the air, smashing the cans together, gobbling it down. Coaches up said, hey, that better be soda water. It'd be a fiasco. I love it.
It's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. Like, I am so excited for this year. I think our offense is gonna be better. You know, because I mean, again, like I keep coming back to the same thing, but injuries. Like, we have to stay healthy.
Yes.
And you know, I have to say that I am super shocked that Fred Warner is getting some hate. I'm like,
what? Have you seen hate?
Yeah.
I saw somebody say something about his contract, but it was kind of tongue-in-cheek. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, just different stuff. Like, I guess that hate's a strong word. So I guess just like, you know, I've heard like, you know, Twitter rumblings like, you know, oh, he's not worth that. I can't believe they paid him that.
Twitter.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm like.
Yeah, Twitter is.
Really?
If you feel like
I'm
fighting.
like, wow.
No matter what your stance is on whatever, go to Twitter. There's going to be somebody there that's going to start. And before you know it, you're intertwined in this stupidest argument you've ever been in your life. But it's there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't say anything. I was just shocked. I was like, really? I'm like, yeah. But you know what's funny, Ronbo? Those same people who complain about his contract would be the same people who would have bitched if we would have let him walk.
Mm-hmm. First ones. Because I saw the overpay. We may have overpaid. Why are you? Man, I kept going. I didn't stop. I just saw it. We overpaid for Fred Warner. So you'd rather see him go to another team. And like you're saying, and you'd be the first one to get mad if he did. Shut.
Yeah, I can't believe they did another DeForest Buckner. I can't believe they let him walk.
Oh, I saw that one.
How stupid.
I saw that one. Yeah. Yeah,
somebody
like, did say that.
I'm like, people. I'm like, they can't win. They sign people and they pay too much. They don't sign people and let them walk. They're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. See, and a lot of people keep mistaking. DeForest Buckner, they tried to sign DeForest. He fell out of the price range, and people hate the 49ers front office for that. I said, you know what? You say get rid of Eric Armstead, keep DeForest. Well, Eric would have took less money than what they gave him. DeForest insisted on going the 2-2. And he has that right. That's way more money than 49ers were willing to pay. And the 49ers gave him their blessing as they say goodbye. But don't tell me the 49ers didn't try to get him. They did.
Of course they did. I mean, they didn't. They came out and said, we did not want to lose DeForest Buckner. We tried to work out a deal with him. He would not accept it. He wanted more money, so he left to go get it.
Yeah. Everybody heard that, but some people refuse to believe that the 49ers, they think you just traded DeForest, just straight up. It's like, no, they didn't. There's ignorance just rolling around sometimes. You have to try to politely address it. I mean, that's my problem. I always get mad before I say something, and I usually say something rude. But from now on, I'm going to realize this is just somebody who just doesn't know any better. Don't get mad. Wait. I say that because I know during the conversation sometime, whatever the subject matter, I'm going to get mad at some point. But I try to stay calm these days because it makes you look crazy when you go off on Twitter and get wild. I'm trying, Denise.
I try not to. I try not to argue too much. But I have something funny to tell you, which I'm sure if anyone's in the chat who dislikes me, they'll love this story. So the other day, I work from home, so I got up and I was like, oh, we have a pool. So I was like, let me walk around my pool a little bit, just to get up and get outside.
And?
So I'm walking around the pool and I'm trying to watch Daisy too, because she's like running under our tree trying to grab stuff. And I was like, Daisy, what are you doing? Blah, blah. I looked away for 1 second, Ronbo. Fully clothed, shoes and all, man. All in the pool.
How good did that feel? I know it was hot. You can get away with that where you are. It's okay. But I don't know what made you do that.
But it was so funny, Ronbo, because I was literally in the backyard, just me and the dog. And I'm like, my neighbors must think I am flipping on drugs. I was laughing so hard at myself. It was the funniest thing ever.
if any of us that know you saw that happening, we would keep on doing what we're doing. Say, yeah, Denise just having a good time. Denise, good for you. And film it next time and post it up. I want to see that. Denise, we're gonna go.
It was funny.
Let me see you tomorrow then, and more adventures by that pool.
All right, Ronbo. You have a blessed night. I'll talk to you later. Shout out to you.
Hey, Denise.
Thank you.
Are you? Oh, I thought you were riding a Harley. I heard a motorcycle in the background.
No, I'm at the point. I'm in the point of my walk where I'm around a lot of traffic right now. So.
All right. So watch out for Daisy. All right, fam. Talk to you tomorrow. Hi, Denise.
All right. Bye-bye.
Let's go back and check on JT. Hey, JT.
What adventures by that pool?
All right, Ronbo. You have a blessed night. I'll talk to you later. Shout out to you.
I think JT is
Thank you.
detained.
No.
I heard a motorcycle in the background.
No, I'm at the point.
Can you see Denise on a Harley with that dog? All right, let's come back to JT.
So watch out for Daisy. All right, man. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, we get this every now and then. I'm not sure if sometimes people left their phone in another room, or are they running around the house, or what happened? Okay, so we're going to hang on with this. Oh, God. Hella dank. See, okay, I'm not sure what we're doing here. Okay, let's. Oh, hey, there he is. Hey, there he is. One of the founding members of TNT. They changed their moniker, by the way. It's still TNT, but it stands for Truth. Wait. Hey, Trez! Trez!
Hold up.
Is officially in with Trez.
Wait up.
Go ahead, Trez. I'm getting the red and gold. Go ahead.
Are we ready, Ronbo? Hold up, wait a minute. Ronbo, go on and put some of that red and gold up in.
God, I'm sprinkling it, snowing red and gold. It's Christmas time. We get rid of the snow and bring in the red and gold. Trez! Man,
What's
God.
going on, Rumbo? What's going on?
Trez, man, season's getting underway, man. All my people coming back in and saying we had Rev in here tonight. We're trying to find JT. I don't know what's going on with him. Here you come. Naj did the Naj. Naj does the same thing. He likes to turn his phone on and walk away or pass out. He's just a kid. Ain't no telling what's going on with him. So, Trez, how you doing, fam?
It's time. I'm good, Rumbo. I'm good. It's time to get back to red and gold season. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to get crunked back up. TNT about to get back full effect. And, the topic is, our Niners, Rumbo, our Niners,
Yes, indeed.
So, what you thinking, Rumbo? What's up for tonight? What's going on?
Well, Trez, you look at the standard now. When you look at Willis and Bowman, they were the linebacking standard, right? They've been the linebacking standard. And they probably still are to a large degree. But all of a sudden now, here comes this new kid on the block named Fred Warner. And he's part of a dynamic defense that Fred says, y'all don't know, man, I'm still working on this game. I ain't stopping where I am now. I'm going to get better. I got my sidekick, Dre Greenlaw. And if it wasn't for me, he'd be looking like a premier linebacker. That's how good we are. This defense is ready and rolling. And then you look at the defense of 2019 and you see they have set a new standard. But here comes 2021. They have the potential because DeForest Buckner is the X factor to make some people come to their decision as to whether or not 2021 can compete with 2019. But Trez, you being the football man that you are, I'm asking you, is 2021, do they have the capability to surpass what the 2019 defense set up as the goalposts? Where you want to go when you look at 2019 and match that number, then you have arrived. Trez, what is it going to be?
Rumbo, with all that said, it remains to be seen, Rumbo. That's all I can say. Because, we don't know what we're going to get out of Nick Bosa. I mean, it takes at least a couple of years, Rumbo, for Bosa.
Remember, he's a Bosa. The bodies are different.
Right, to get back to 100%. That's just one thing right there. Also, I will say this right here. We got some of the best depth in the league because think about last year, Rumbo. We played a bunch of third, fourth string guys, man. Second, third, fourth string.
All year long.
I mean, we played a bunch of them, and we were still in contention for a playoff spot all the way to the end.
If we would have beat the Saints.
That depth is incredible. That depth is incredible. So I'm looking for big things from this team, from the defense especially, because they get the young cats got a lot of playing time last year. They got a lot of first rep playing time. So, I mean, you rotate those guys in, and now you know what they expect. Now, I mean, that defense could be flying all over the field. You got a new defensive coordinator. I mean,
hey,
guys are looking for him, really.
Trez, speak to that. How do you think D'Amico's going to do? And D'Amico is going to have a different mindset than Saleh did. Saleh was cerebral. He was a savant. He became so entrenched in his mental game that he outcoached a lot of offensive coaches down through the years. He got beat by a couple, but for the most part, Saleh had OCs looking like damn fools. Is D'Amico going to be able to pull that off?
Well, I think D'Amico is going to have I think his mentality is going to be attack more so than Saleh. Saleh was more scheme. I think D'Amico is going, he's going to be more of an attack style, defensive coordinator. But at the same time, the key to Robert Saleh's success was listening to the Ronbo show. Because I don't know how many times that you, me, Trey, and the rest of TNT told Robert Saleh, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. And the next thing you know, Robert Saleh is doing what we were saying he wasn't doing, right? Yes. So, his transformation came from your show, Ronbo. I can tell you that right now. I don't care what nobody says. A lot of that success he owed to you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because I was standing behind him, but but they looked good last year. You're right. Trez, honestly, I will admit, they surprised me last year Because when we start losing people right and left, oh, we go get an ass whooping now. Salah can't do nothing with that, and he fooled me. Coming down the stretch, teams were struggling against the 49ers.
Yeah.
You just couldn't put up no points.
Couldn't put up no points. Hey, Salah didn't fella. Kyle Shanahan is what failed us. Offense wasn't doing jack. Offense had Kyle went out and matched what our defense was doing with a bunch of third string, second string, fourth string guys.
We win every
week.
We
in the playoffs.
Yes.
We in the playoffs.
A favorite.
We are in the playoffs.
Because, yes, if they can match the defense, that's up there. Defense was top 5. Right. I didn't even realize that until somebody said that. You're not defense finished top 5? No, they didn't. What? I read it. Whoa. Damn. Whoa. Yeah. Handicapped.
It's like Kyle took on a whole different mindset. Like when we got injury riddled, it's like he went like, okay, season's over with, let's pack it up. You know, it was like, I don't want to see that no more. I don't want to see that. You fight to the end, man. You fight to the end. So, that's just my thought, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how other people see it, but that's how I saw it. I seen the coach.
No, you're right. And Kyle fired people in the middle of the season. I mean, I understand what was going on in Seattle, but that center probably needed another week or so. He wasn't getting it. And the line was getting breached. As soon as the ball was snapped, I forgot his name, Grasu or something like that. As soon as the ball was snapped, they were coming across. The offensive line was getting breached often. So I felt sorry for Nick, CJ, Jimmy, all of us. We lost Westberg. I mean, I knew it was going to be bad. But then we had to lose Captain Garland, too. What the hell are we supposed to do here? It was really bad last year. That was scary. And they still didn't get no backup center. Yeah. They didn't rehire Garland, Trez. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Exactly, Ronbo. That's what I'm saying. Kyle didn't even try. He didn't try.
I just hope, man.
Yeah.
I hope Garland, I
hope what it is.
His name stays up all year.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to go out and get a backup. They're going to have to.
Too late. Who is it, Trez? Who could they get? Well, somebody just got rid of a center the other day.
I don't know. But somebody's going to be a camp casualty. You know that, Ronbo. Somebody's going to be a camp casualty. Somebody's going to get released, and I think that's when we go and sign a backup at that point. Who else on the team can play backup that we rotate the backup?
Well, Brunskill, they was using him last year, and that was scary.
Yeah.
Brunskill's a great guard. He could play outside. Don't make him play center. Lord, please don't let that happen again.
Right.
He's just not able to do that. So. But otherwise, Trez, right, 2021 is Javon Kinlaw versus DeForest Buckner. What do you anticipate in that matchup? Are we going to see something that's going to remind us of Buckner-like numbers, or is that asking too much?
I think that's asking too much, but I think Kinlaw will come within his own. I think he takes a big step in his
development.
This upcoming season. I think he's going to take a big step. Really, I do. What I'm worried about is that thief on the team, Armstead. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. The thief on the team.
You think so?
They just reverted back to, well, you know what? I got my money. Let me go on and just get back to these
one of the hottest women, one of the hottest wives on the West Coast. Why I need to bust ass out here? I got it made.
Right. Why I need to bust ass? I mean, I'm getting a little decent amount of change now. You know, why go out there and do all that? I mean, I'm gonna revert back to these 2-3 stacks.
Hey, you know what? You know how Buckner is. I mean, not Buckner, but Eric Armstead, right? Armstead is that guy who gets into duels with people on social media. I'm telling you, he reacts to the insults. That's why I look for Eric Armstead to be a force like we ain't even seen yet. 2019 was one thing. Watch Armstead surpass that, because last year he was on the edge. That ain't where he belongs. He can't play out there. He's good at sealing the edge against the run, but don't ask Eric to take the quarterback down from there. He can't do it. You put it back in the middle, though. If Nick is getting attention and D is on the other side, bam, Eric Armstead, all he's got to deal with now is beating Javon Kinlaw to that quarterback. He's going to get him.
But we're gonna see, Ronbo. We're gonna see, because right now I'm saying he a thief. You know what I'm saying? He a thief without a
grand theft.
He a thief without a gun, Ronbo. He a thief without a gun.
You gotta appreciate that. As long as it don't hurt nobody. Trez said I'm wondering somebody. Trez, we gotta go, fam.
All right,
I'm so delighted to hear
look,
from you.
shout out to the TNT family. Shout out to you, Ronbo. We
Thanks,
greatly
fam.
appreciate you.
Thanks.
But it's time to heat back up, man. It's time,
Yeah.
we about to get on in here and get this preseason started and see what we're working with. And may the gods bless us, you know what I'm saying? Because and send them what happened to us somewhere else, you know what I'm saying?
Anywhere else. Act like 2020 never happened.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Good to hear from you,
Exactly.
Trez. I wish I could see you tomorrow,
Have a good
too.
one, Ronbo.
You too, fam.
Oh, yeah. I might check in with you tomorrow. You know,
All right.
but, I had, like, every time I get on to check for you, it's like, I don't know, the pen be closed out and I couldn't get in. So I was like,
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what time you were like
Yeah,
getting on, because when I get on, it was kind of late and then the pen be shut down. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, get production, they like to they got a certain time. But Trez, if you get in here an hour or so after we start, you go get in, okay? That's
all
about
right,
to cut off.
well, I got you. Look, tell them TNT be on the line. Look,
You know what I'm saying?
Just show a little love to us, just a little love.
You know this, Trez. We go back too far not to get no love for y'all. Come on, man. All right, Trez.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, man.
Have a good one.
It's Trez out of Atlanta, GA. Hey, if you're calling in for the first time, don't unmute. We'll just call in and freeze, and we'll bring you in as soon as we get a chance, because we like to keep it orderly, because we don't have everybody talking at once. So we didn't mean to cut you off, but just hold on right there. We'll get right to you. You're wondering why I have two mics. Emilio. Emilio! Mr. Berkeley.
Yeah.
Emilio, what's up?
Nothing. What's up with you?
I mean, Emilio, this is like, I always love when I give you this kind of question, because I already know what you're going to say. I'm going to ask you, Emilio, listen, 2019 team versus a 2021 team. And now the 2019 set the bar at a high level. Can the 2021 team equal that? And Emilio will say, well, you got to wait till they play the game, because they may be better in 2019 and they may get their ass whooped. Emilio, take it from there. I know you, man. What you going to say?
I mean, yeah, that's something I would kind of say. We got to see what pans out with 2021. But no, as of now, it's a lot of potential. We've seen, the team is ready. A lot of players are ready. You got Jimmy, got a fire lit under his ass. If you play, the team's yours. If not, dude, we got your replacement is right there waiting to take over. He's ready, waiting. He's not talking shit. He's just doing his due diligence. Going, practicing with the other players as of now, doing his own little thing. His workout. No, he praises Jimmy, thanks to Jimmy. He welcomed me to the team and everything. Like, hey, he's just taking his time. Because, Trey Lance knows sooner or later the team is going to be his. It's just up to Jimmy to succeed or fail. It's either way. But at the end of the day, no matter what happens at the end of this season, Trey Lance knows this is his football team unless he messes up horribly. Other than that, he knows this is his team, regardless of whatever the situation may be or happens with the team. But yeah, he knows it.
As long as he doesn't come in looking like Mitchell Trubisky. Boy, that's the only thing.
Pretty much, but yeah.
Please measure up to the hype, please, because we got to have it. But as far as like the defense goes, I'm looking at like you got DeMeco Ryans out there. 2019 is going to be hard to beat. Them dudes is badass, right? But I'm thinking now, when you look at like, even if D Ford fails, Ibukum might be the guy that could come in there and cover up that hole that D Ford left in 2019. The potential for 2021 team with the experience involved and everything else, I don't know. You got to know what
You,
Javon Kinlaw versus
you
DeForest
know,
Buckner's going to look like, too, though.
as bad as the team was last year, the good thing for the defense was a lot of those guys were back, and it's a lot of guys that don't get a lot of playing time. So what it did, it gave a lot of those guys experience.
Depth
Whether
is
whether some people think or not, because like I said, it gave them a lot of experience. I'm like, yeah, where it sucks we didn't have a lot of our starters, but it helps for a lot because we had a lot of backups. It helped the backups a lot. If you think about it, I'm like, okay, when they're ready to go, let's say Nick Bosa is out there, he needs a quick rest. Whoever's backing him up is going to be ready because I had a whole 4-year experience. I'm ready, ready to go. So that's the only. It was basically a trial and a workout for them. I mean, yeah, like I said, we had a horrible year last year, but it benefited the backups a whole lot because that way they're willing and ready. They know what their position is. They know that the starters ahead of them, whenever they need a break or in rotation, this is very beneficial for them. So it's to me, it's a good idea, great, and I just see us with a bright future because as of now, it was just all the backups playing last year, a whole bunch of backups last year, and this year it's just we got the starters back, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of rotation and mostly in every position. But I keep stressing the secondary is the only position that really scares me is the secondary.
Do you remember Tim Harris? I wonder this year. Sometimes I say that name to some people. They don't. Tim Harris, who the hell is that? Yeah, he's been around with the 49ers about 3 years, but for some reason has managed to get on the IR every year. He might be the guy this year that might surprise people too. Because I heard he was good coming out of school. So, it's going to be funny to see that secondary
It's like looking at Jalen Hurd. Oh, yeah, we've seen lights and
remember Jalen Hurd?
Still don't know what he can do. So it's kind of the same.
Come on, Jalen! You can do it!
So we've seen potential in the man, but we don't really honestly know what he can do in a full season game. So, it's
and they won't talk about it, Emilio. Nobody says a word about Jalen Hurd, and they were forced to say something about D. And it wasn't the front office. It was Fred that said, D looking good, y'all. Come on, man. He's going to be fine. He's ready to go. Nobody's saying anything about Jalen Hurd. Oh, everybody wants to know what's going on with Jalen Hurd, but they won't say a word. Don't start him on the IR, John. Please.
I think what they're doing is they're just putting him in his back pocket, trying to hold on to him for a little bit and then see what he can do. Cause I don't know. Like I said, we've all heard and seen what he potentially can do, what he can be. It's just there's nothing too much to really talk about the guy because you're just repeating everything. Oh, he's doing fine. He's working out. He's doing this. He's ready to play. There's not much you can really talk about the guy because you don't really know anything besides those few preseason games. That's it. You don't know nothing else about that man. And what he did do in college in Texas, other than that, we don't know nothing about her. I mean, Ford, we see a little bit more because he's actually been in the NFL. So, that's somewhat different. We know what he can do when he's healthy, when he's available to play. It's just Hurd is just you got to really Hurd is just a big question mark. You don't know if you really are going to get that because then you think about, well, it was a preseason game. Who can't ball out in a preseason? Even Kaepernick look great in preseason games, and it doesn't mean they've been done their season. So it's just preseason, man. You're playing against backups. It's not anything great. Like
guys are not
if you're
going to be
a starter
in football
and you beat
3-4 days later.
You beat the second or third string. Of course, you look awesome. We've even seen the Raiders go 4-0 in the preseason and then crap up the whole season the same year. So what is the difference? Preseason doesn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what I mean? The pressure's on you because if you are good, you better look good in preseason because you know what? You'll get cut.
No, it is. As of now, yes, you got the 90-minute roster and they're dwindling it down. But yeah, if you're good, it'll keep you. But
because if you get beat by them people,
it's one of those moments.
Yeah, you can get beat by anybody. I'm gonna go. I'll tell you what. I'll look for you tomorrow. Look at Emilio's on his day off, kickback. I bet he's eating grapes again and chasing it down with a vodka martini. I can see you a martini. I just like it shaken, never stirred. Let me see you tomorrow, fam.
I'm more of a Hennessy man. Myself with tequila.
Hennessy E. I'm gonna change the name now. Bye, Emilio.
All right, man.
Have a great night. You too. Bye, Emilio.
All right.
And there's Tony, Atlanta, the Cowboys' biggest pain in the butt. Tony!
Now, keep in mind, well, good evening, Ronbo. How are you?
You're fabulous. How about you?
I'm fine, sir. Keep in mind, I do not hate the Dallas Cowboys, but their fan base makes me hate them. It's their fan base that makes me hate them.
Hey, Tony, think about how many teams you probably don't. I have the same thing going on with like you. I do not appreciate Dallas because Cowboy fans have been bugging me ever since I can remember. And also the Seattle Seahawks fans because they have no right to be as arrogant as they are. I can understand the Cowboys to some degree. I don't appreciate them, but I understand they've made their mark and they have a right to talk a little bit. It's the Rams
Not since
fans.
year 2000, they don't have the right.
You know what I'm saying? But to see the thing, and the Rams fans, Ramelia Sports. Oh, I like Rudy though, but I don't understand. If I'm a Rams fan, I'd be trying to keep cool. Tony, when's the last time you had a go around with a Pittsburgh Steelers fan? I never ever get into spats with anybody supporting the Steelers.
Never.
See?
But I was texting Rudy in the chat back and forth. When we weren't going at it, I was telling him the reason why I don't think they're going to do as good, because of all the losses that you and I talked about. Offensively, defensively, they just lost their running back. They got their second string back. Henderson, he's pretty good. But their third stringer, Malcolm Brown, they let him go to Miami. I bet you they wish they had him now.
Did they really? The Rams are so busy all the time. I hadn't even been paying attention. As far as personnel goes, shifting and throwing people around and bringing people in,
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Ronbo, you made a very good point. I heard you earlier. And we've talked about this, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. Alex Mack is one of your biggest signings.
Oh, God, yes.
He's one of your biggest signings. He's gonna hold that line together.
I mean, Kyle's had him since he was back in Cleveland. He left Cleveland and went someplace, went to Atlanta. Atlanta is now.
He had him with us.
Yeah, and Alex and Matty Ice even said, that guy made my job so easy. All I had to do, and I'll never forget, as I say, Packers sitting back there after you guys just ran them out them and the Seahawks that year. He didn't even need an offensive line. There was no way we were ever going to touch him. See, boy.
And to be honest, Ronbo, we blew the Patriots out. We just should have kept on scoring.
I know, right? I mean,
in the Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
now you got two future Hall of Famers on your offensive line,
right?
Your left tackle and your center. Yeah. And you got 4 former first round picks out of 5 on your offensive line.
Yep.
Lakin Tomlinson's a former first rounder.
Yes.
And McGlinchey.
Yeah. And only Aaron Banks is a second round pick. So you know what?
Yeah,
exactly. Pick, I can accept a second round pick. No
That's
problem.
like first round pick. Yeah. He's nasty. I've seen him in Notre Dame. He's nasty, man.
Oh, God. Notre Dame, that's the offensive line factory.
Pancake him. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I saw this ranking of the offensive line. I kind of agree with the Goat House. I don't know if you've heard of them.
What's the name of it?
They got Cleveland's offensive. Yeah, on YouTube. They got Cleveland number 1, which I agree with. Who's number 2? Well, anyway, they had Cleveland, Tennessee, San Francisco. I think you guys were 5th, 4th or 5th. Who else was in there? Dallas was in there. They were 6th or 7th. Detroit was 9th. When I looked at the roster, he's right about that. They got New England 10th.
I thought they were supposed to be ranked higher than that. 9th?
Okay. Detroit. Yep, Detroit's got a good offensive line.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know about skill players, but
Don Burr says so. He's banking his entire reputation on running up in here every time we get ready to talk, minding our own business. He comes running in here with his blue colors and line logo, talking major poo-poo. So that's what he's talking about, I guess, that offensive line. And they got Jared Goff, if he feels good about that.
Is that the guy on the chat that he's talking Lions this, Lions that?
That's him, Don Burr, B-U-R.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's funny too. Yeah. But NFL Network, I've been catching them I'm watching them now. They're showing everybody's team highlights. So
Yeah.
I've been kind of watching the half-hour team highlights from 2020. They got the Chargers on now.
Oh,
So I've been
man.
kind of watching them. I said, oh, well, he's not with them anymore. He's gone.
That's
And,
the Herbert
they're showing
quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback, Ronbo. He's the typical, like Troy Aikman. You can look at him and tell he's a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, he did well last year. Really well.
But I got some news for you. I do
Go
have
ahead.
some news for you.
Yeah.
Well, this is no news. You already know that Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. Well, obviously,
Wait. What?
I saw the reports. Now, you know Aaron Rodgers wants to leave Green Bay. He wants to be traded.
Okay, I just heard that again the other because I hear conflicting reports. I'm not reading it myself, but he really does want to leave Green Bay now because
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. From what a source that I found out, Las Vegas has took Green Bay off the board because they think if Aaron Rodgers doesn't get traded from Green Bay, he's going to retire. This is what Las Vegas thinks. And then Rodgers' representation says he's got a few teams that it's only like a handful of teams he wants to get traded to. He wants his contract tore up, and he wants to be making $45 million a year, a 2-year, $90 million contract. Take it or leave it. I said, this guy's
who's in the
asking for an
market
awful
for
lot.
that though? I mean, who can do that? I mean, I'm sure Kyle and John over there trying to talk him down, but who could do that?
Well, I don't know. I know he wants to go to Denver, but they said Washington can do that.
Oh, does Aaron wants out of cold weather situations? Is he the one who said that?
I have no. I don't know if he said that or not.
Somebody wanted warmer weather. I think that was maybe Tom Brady. But go ahead.
But now he wants to tear up his contract with his new team, and he wants 2 years, $90 million, $45 million a year. And at the end of that, they said take it or leave it. This is what his representation said.
Which goes to show you're right. If Aaron doesn't get what he wants, you know what? I don't need this. I mean, if I'm going to play, I'm going to play for top dollar. If not, I'm just going to say goodbye. And Jeopardy's waiting for me. So.
And the other piece of news I heard there's because with training camps getting ready to start, there's close to a 90% chance, and I don't know how true this is, that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to trade for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, because Deshaun did report to camp, from what I understand, in Texas.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the music.
Yep.
And now Texas will probably listen to that because they're probably tired of this. So let's go ahead and make this move. There you go. Keep an eye on that.
Public relations nightmare, yeah.
Ain't it? Good stuff. Let's see tomorrow night and see what develops between now and the week getting started. Should be fun.
Yes, sir. I came into the chat, and then Texas boy got out the chat and won't come back in because I can see him on my computer.
Texas boy.
Yep, he's hiding again.
All right, fam.
Good talking to you, sir.
Same here.
All right, take
Tony. All right. Oh, God. And there he is. Without any further ado, as the light shines down to the back of the building, as you can point your attention to, it is Papa Dragon!
What? What? What you're saying is, Ronbo, what you're trying to tell me right now, Ronbo, is that you got to make this big announcement for Stone Cold Papa Dragon to get on the mic. What? What?
That's not
what?
Stone Cold. This is better. Somebody throw him a beer.
Let's talk some. Hey, I was just online. I was doing a search. I was looking for some help. Looking for a masseuse, female between ages 20 and 20 and a half, willing to travel with a strong back.
I don't go there because you know what? I'm telling you right now.
Heavy lifting is.
I'm surprised the memes haven't started even more so as you'll see endorsements by a certain NFL quarterback by the names you're searching.
Man, I
people
swear to
get
God,
mad at me
dude.
because I make that jokes, but you know what? It's hard to make up all that stuff. So, there's nothing wrong with liking masseuses, but what you don't want is for it to
Nothing
become
wrong with it.
public. You don't want everybody to find out about it.
Man, and my daughter was like, "Hey, Papa, guess what? I just got a job. I'm gonna do a massage for this quarterback over in South America."
Uh-oh.
I'm like, "How did he find you?" On Instagram. Smack. What is wrong with you? You bonehead.
Bob, wait.
That's not right.
Remember Cap? Cap, if anybody, every now and then, if you look over to Cap's Instagram and some of the people that he was from, Cap had a parade of nothing but 10s to 15s. Forget about 10 or anything less than 10. 10 to 15s just lined up. And, most football players that aren't married or whatever do. And then he got with this girl he's been with now. All of a sudden, that all disappeared overnight. But them girls are out there, and they're waiting to prey on pro athletes. Boy, they will get them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's talk some football.
Yes.
Will the San Francisco 49er defense be as good as the 2019 year? And the answer is, I don't know. It just really depends. It depends. Because what made that there's two things, really. One thing really made that defense go that year. One thing made that defense go, and that is somebody on the interior of the defensive line that could draw double teams.
Yep.
And sometimes triple teams. Well, he ain't there no more.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do that job. Because from what I saw when Bosa came, he was coming off the edge. He was going one-on-one with offensive tackles most of the time. Sometimes they try to chip him to no avail. But if we can get if we can draw some double teams on the inside, or one of the defensive ends can get one-on-ones and win those one-on-ones at least 3 out of 10 times, it's very well possible. Because one thing that is different about this team is that we have become less of a zone team, zone and coverage team, or cover 3 when Sherm went out, which is why Sherm's not signed, right? So we got better cover corners, right? Mosley is better than what he was back in 2019. People don't want to hear that, but cornerbacks typically get better. If you get burned all the time, you keep getting burned. But if you don't get burned that often, and you're kind of holding your stuff down, you're giving up maybe this, that, but not real big plays. He's improving, so that's good. Obviously, we all know what the big thing about the defense is going to be. I'm not even going to say the word because I don't want to jinx it, right? I want to be optimistic like my man Fred Warner, right? Fred Warner sitting there with that big contract, that big C tattooed on his chest, captain. Hey, what's going on? What's going on with D Ford? Well, what is he supposed to say? He's a $95 million captain. What's he going to say? Oh, well, right now, we all got rabbit's foots in our socks. And, we got lucky 4-leaf clovers tattooed all over the place. What's he going to say? He's going to say he's ready to go. Yeah. What's he supposed to say? He's the captain. If your captain don't believe in you, who will? So, now you and I both know. You and I both know that D Ford might step on the field and just explode.
I know D.
We know that. D Ford hits. Oh no! He got tackled by the line of scrimmage.
And in fact, he might look exactly like Fred said right now. Fred might have just passed by him the other day. But like you're saying, come time, Pop, I hate to say this, but I have a feeling D Ford might be a little lazy. You know what I mean? I've seen players like that before. In every sport, there's that guy with natural ability that does not work as hard as everybody else. It used to piss me off because everybody else is doing wind sprints, we're on the neck, we're doing drills, and they're out there lagging, and they're still one of the best players on the field. And I said, dude, man.
He has is natural talent, but he has other interests. He's a really talented guitar player. He has other interests. Yeah. He's like a Metallica. He's a Metallica brother.
Oh, get out! Shut up!
Yeah, he is.
Wow. Does he have any videos up or anything? I gotta see that.
No, I just know that recently there was a story. He was at a Guitar Center and bought a kid a guitar. He was there, getting guitars for himself and showing him how to play some Metallica songs.
Oh, I'd love to
That's the
see
story.
that. Wow.
But the deal is that it's not that you can't have interest outside of it, but the most rawest defensive dogs, they like eat, sleep, and breathe football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you look at the original Debo, right? My man used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I forget his name, defensive player. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, what was his name?
Lineman?
He was the short linebacker.
Oh,
God, what's his name?
I know you're talking about.
They
I
called
can't think
him
of his name either.
Debo. Oh yeah. Well, he was one of those. He was one of those guys that was like always training and lifting trees out the ground and running into concrete walls and stuff. So
Pop,
that's not D4.
Was he in the military before, and he was famous for that too?
No,
not that guy.
I can't think of his name. No. He's like 6 foot, 270. He's the one that caught that. He intercepted Kurt Warner in the Super Bowl and ran it all the way back from the goal line.
Don't talk about the Rams like that, Pop. We just had too much fun. Clock ran out on us.
No, it was the Cardinals. Those are Cardinals. Oh, okay.
Let me.
All right. Shout out to production, man. We'll holler later.
All right, Phil.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
I should have just went one on you. What? What you're trying to say is you're trying to get rid of Stone Cold? You ran out of time?
That'd be Vince McMahon come charging.
What you saying? You don't want to talk to me no more? You got a clock? What?
You need to cut a CD. I mean, not a CD, but a whole MP3 of 30 minutes of nonstop WWE comedy from Papa Dragon. Domination tomorrow, fam. Oh, God. If you do decide to do that, I want to be on there with you. I'll be your stand-up dude. Or your straight man.
Shout out to Ronbo in production.
Thanks, Pop.
Oh,
good
man.
night, fam.
What? Ooh, yeah. Let me tell you something, brother. All day.
There he goes. Let's go.
Because you want like a lot of photos. Fill them up. They have boxes like cartridges that mixes the drink. That's how they have all the flavors. Like they open this right here, right there. It opens and then they put boxes and shit. Like that mixes. Hello.
Oh man, bro, we were enjoying you were giving instructions on how to open that stuff up and how it works. That was cool.
No, I'm at Wingstop. I'm right here I'm at Wingstop with my stepson, and he's asking me questions about the machine that has like 30 different flavors for the sodas, and he's asking me how it works.
And you were very good about explaining it too. I love it. Well, Raul,
yeah.
Come on in, man. It's been a long time. I mean, great to see you again. And
yeah, man. What's up, Ronbo?
Football season.
I see the topic for today was the 2019 Niners versus the 2021.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way of knowing because of injuries, play calling with Robert Saleh compared to D'Amico Ryans now.
Yes,
it all depends. We don't have Richard Sherman no more guiding the corners, so we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I mean, how much better can they get? I think they'll be around the same level, but better, that's hard to say. Because there's not, from 5 to 1, there's not a big difference,
True. Except for, you know what?
So, I mean, I don't see like a big difference. If you can't say like for sure they're going to do a lot better. I don't see them getting 10, 20 more sacks than that 2019 team,
That'd be difficult.
Or 5 more picks. The only thing I could see is a little bit more better. Maybe lower scores, and then especially compared to our schedule, I do expect this year's defense to do better than 2019.
Oh, see, that's a good point too. The defense is, you know what? The competition, that's key. The competition we're going to see, there's no gauntlet this year like there was in 2019. You know, you don't have to go through New Orleans and Green Bay and Baltimore all in the same 3-week stretch or a Thursday night combination. That's true.
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to hold teams to lower points. If you look at the overall total points scored from 2019 to 2021, I definitely do expect 2021 to be cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, to be like, less points total combined.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned D'Amico Ryans versus Robert Saleh. My mind is going in a million different directions when I think about it. I look at D'Amico and from where he played, and D'Amico's a very smart guy, and he came into the league like Fred Warner. He was one of those guys that just the game is who he is. And then you look at Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh is brilliant. And some of the things he did, but was it all Robert Saleh, or maybe D'Amico had a lot to do with what was going on in the formula of each week's defense preparation, right? So you wonder, is D'Amico going to come in with a game plan that we're going to say, damn, I kind of like this a little better. It's a little more aggressive. It's a little more risky. It's a little more mean. We're getting more results. Or could it explode in his face? That's the only thing I'm going through right now with him.
Well, honestly, Ronbo, I'm expecting more aggressiveness from D'Amico Ryans, more rushers. Yes, more blitz. So I do expect to hear. Hold on one second. I'm just got in my car real quick. I do expect more. How do you say it? I do expect more sacks, but maybe that's going to expose us as well because there's going to be less coverage. So I do think that maybe there'll be more touchdowns. I don't know, like more, more weaknesses, more open spots in the field. It depends on the quarterback on who we're playing. If that quarterback knows how to read schemes and read the blitz, then they're gonna know what to do real quick.
Like
now,
Aaron
if they
Rodgers?
don't, and it depends on us too. It depends on our players. But I do expect, honestly, I expect more sacks in 2021 than I do in 2019. And honestly, now the interceptions, I do actually expect more too. That's crazy. So, you know what? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go all in and say 2021 is going to be better than 2019.
Okay.
You just convinced me. I just talked myself into it.
You know?
Yeah, I just talked myself into it.
Hey, experience has got to have a little bit to do with what's going to happen this year too. Because, only person that's inexperienced on that front line is Javon Kinlaw. He's got 1 year in already, right? You factor in the fact that, man, Nick Bosa is the only. How is Nick? That's what we got to worry.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I hope. I mean, like you said, like he's gonna learn from Joey Bosa. Their family is built for this. They're known for this. I do expect them to come back 100%. So I don't see a step back from him. I do see a step up from Javon Kinlaw. And D4, I do expect him to play a little bit. I'm not going to expect a full season, every game from him, but I do expect him to play. I really do. I have no reason to not believe Fred Warner when he says that D4 is looking good, but I do think that they are going to give him some breathing room in the beginning and see what Samson brings to the table. There's no reason they're paying him that money to not see what he got, So we'll see how it plays out. I'm very intrigued for this season. I'm hyped up. Can't wait. I'm going to the preseason game right here. I already got tickets for the Chargers and Niners.
All right.
So I can't wait to see I can't wait to see them because I live out here in LA, so I can't wait.
All right. There's so many. Raul, you got like a whole bunch of red gold surrounding all the time. It's not like you're down there by yourself. Because we the Rams fans, I'll bet you the numbers, 49er fans and Rams fans and Raiders fans, L.A. is divided into 3 parts. And the Rams are not taking the lion's share. So
definitely. LA is different. It's definitely mixed. You do got fans from everywhere. But, my whole family, my dad, my uncles, they all grew up Niner fans, so I was raised into it, and but I love it, man. Like I'm part of the Niner family for sure. Can't wait to go to the games. A lot of people I know are Raiders fans, like some of my close friends.
Yeah.
People that don't know much about football usually, but it's all good.
Raul, the Raiders lived in L.A. for a while, because the Raiders been in every place. So, they've
and I feel like that's what it's mostly about. Yeah. And I feel like that's what it's mostly about. But
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't hate. I appreciate.
There you go.
Every team. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like players from every team, and I don't talk shit. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't talk crap. But show respect. Hit them likes. But all right, Ronbo, I'm driving. I'm right here.
All
With okay, so I'll let you go.
All right, fam. Looking forward to hearing from you again, Raul. Glad to hear you back again.
Shout out to production. Shout out to production. Hit them likes, though.
Thanks, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
There you go.
Later.
Have a great night, Raul. There he goes. Hey,
all right, bro.
Night, fam. And 513 in Ohio.
Oh, am I on?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Sorry. I'm a first-time caller here.
What is your name?
Yeah, my name's Aaron.
Aaron?
My name's Aaron. I live in Ohio. I live in Bengals territory. I'm a Niners fan, though.
All right.
And I don't think the Bengals are over 1981 or 82 or 81 and 89.
Yeah.
I had a question about your backdrop, if I remember what it is correctly, being a huge Joe Montana fan, and I was a very big Jimmy enthusiast. I spent a lot of money on a Jimmy jersey that I'm worried is going to become obsolete in the near future. But
about a year at most.
Are you? Yeah. All my friends are giving me a hard time about it. All my Niner friends.
Yeah.
They're so no. My question was, do you and this is not a diss towards you or the show at all. But do you view Jimmy like as one of the all-time 49ers greats because you have him right up next to Joe Montana?
No, yeah, Aaron, here's the thing. The only reason that fathead is available is because Jimmy came in and set the team on fire from day one, right? So in 2017, when Jimmy came in, Aaron, we sucked. We were just ass nasty. So Jimmy comes in, right? And overnight, C.J. Beathard goes down in the middle of the game, and Jimmy comes in. You can tell right away, we got ourselves a quarterback. So 3-4 years later, okay, injuries have taken place, and he's been missing. But the thing is, Jimmy comes back, and Jimmy does not lose. If he's healthy, you know what the win rate? If you got Jimmy Garoppolo on the field, a healthy Jimmy Garoppolo, the win rate is around 85%. Why? It's his numbers, that's what it says. Even if he's not doing everything on the field, his presence on the field, apparently his leadership and some of the things. I'm not going to call Jimmy G up there with Montana or anybody else, but I will call him a winner. His record says it. He lost the Super Bowl, but then again, everybody puts not everybody, a lot of us who look at the game from the first quarter to fourth quarter realize it wasn't just Jimmy's loss. That game could have been won by any number of people if Sherman makes that play. If you look at the defense, also, if you look at what the refs did to hold Nick Bosa out of the game and Eric Armstead, the chokeholds we saw that were never called on both offensive linemen, maybe even if Mosley goes south instead of north on that play with Tyreek Hill, the pivotal play of the game, you then realize that was an 11-man loss or 22-man loss. So Jimmy Garoppolo, he gets a lot of hate, but some of it's unwarranted in my book. He's got talent, and if he's healthy, he's dangerous. So that's why I call Jimmy Garoppolo. He's back here because he's been my favorite guy since 2017. When he's on the field, the 49ers win. And when he's not on the field, there's no doubt we're going to lose.
Well, yes, I used to be a really, really big – I bought the jersey after the Super Bowl because I saw a Niners jersey in a Cincinnati mall, and I was like, ooh, I want it.
That is unusual.
So yeah, believe me, like it's rare. It's rarer than a Bengals playoff win over here. It is very so. No, my problem with Jimmy though, and I don't mean to start a heated debate here, but my problem is that Jimmy has just become a statue since his injury in the pocket. Like he used to run around and throw gunsling it. He was a gunslinger, but it's like ever since that injury, man, he just really feels like he's been limited. I think Kyle's gotten the best out of him, but I feel like he's just not as confident as he used to be personally. And I think that just, the sad thing is as a former, or as a used to be huge avid Jimmy fan, I don't hate him now, but it's I feel like Trey Lance can do all of what Jimmy can do. but then he can also add like mobility, and then he also has the arm. So I'm bummed why very expensive, because it's like one of those nice white throwback jerseys they introduced a couple years ago. It's like one of those color rushes. It's really nice, and I'm really bummed it's going to become, it's going to become outdated. Yeah, but like, I just think my big problem with Jimmy is he's just a statue in the pocket, and he's just not really what he was in 2017. So,
Aaron, let me ask you a question though. Did you notice the immediate change from the end of 2017 and 2018 season? Did you notice the running around, except for the running around and getting hurt in 2018? Did you notice the style changed dramatically in 2018? Did you notice that also that he's learning the offense? That Jimmy wasn't because of anything other than Shanahan saying, this is what I want you to do. But most people don't recognize that. There was nothing wrong with his legs at the beginning of the 2018 season, but he was standing in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield like Shanahan and insistent quarterback do. What we're going to see now, though, is that I think Kyle realizes you should allow a little more freedom with your quarterback. There was times I think Jimmy could ad-lib, but you notice that Nick doesn't ad-lib, CJ doesn't ad-lib. What people should really, if you pay close attention, Kyle runs that offense. It's like that comedy that I don't say anything anymore. Jimmy only threw 8 times in that game against the Green Bay Packers. Well, Kyle called the play. What would you have him to do? We've got Mostert running the ball down that team's throat. He's got over 200 yards of offense and set an NFC playoff record. So what would you have him do? Would you say, hey, stop running. Jimmy works here. I want him to throw the ball. You see, there's a lot of absurdity out there, which is another reason why I stick with Jimmy. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that is just plain silly.
I can see where you're coming from. And I do want to go on record, though, and say it's hard for me to say I flat out hate Jimmy because I developed an emotional connection to him. It's just I'm also looking at him, and the more I observe his film, the more I just see he's a good, solid quarterback when he starts, but I feel like he really has limitations that just kind of like showed why, or just kind of show the more you watch. And it might be because Kyle really seemed to have a predetermined play for Jimmy. Like he had predetermined routes, throw to this guy, and if this guy's not open, throw to that guy. And I do think Jimmy was playing on a lot of an injury this year, which is why he didn't play bad. But at the same time,
last year,
I do feel like, I do feel like at the end of the day, though, I think it was smart that we picked up Lance because the one thing I don't know, I just think Lance adds another level to this offense that Jimmy just couldn't. And
we're gonna have to go, but listen, you know what? He probably does. Listen, here's what everybody better hope for. Hopefully, Kyle doesn't put that same leash on him that he put on Jimmy and CJ and Nick. Let him be who he is. If that is within Kyle's offense and he can stand for that, you're going to see a different thing. Even this year. Yeah. And I think Jimmy may go outside because Jimmy knows this is last year. Jimmy may demonstrate this year. You know what? I got this play, but I tell you what, I'm going to add some of me onto this, and I'm going to get this done. And if he likes it, he'll leave me alone. If he doesn't, then I'm out of here. I'm very confident in that observation, and we're going to see that this year, I'm pretty sure. In the meantime, it is what it is.
All right. Well, you have a good night, sir.
You too, Aaron. Glad to meet you. We'll see you again. All right.
Yeah. Bye.
Hey, JT.
What's up, Ronbo?
JT, we're looking for you for a long time, JT. Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo? How you been?
Man, great. You know what I'm saying? It's like football time. There's nothing but to be that great now. But you know, JT, we're looking at I thought tonight, just the season starts tomorrow, right? So go ahead and let's see. We got the 2019 defense. That's the goal. Can the 2021 defense, can they come anywhere near that good? Because they got the pieces. Well, if you look, minus DeForest Buckner, which is the biggest thing, because you got D that's still here. Nick is coming off an injury. Hopefully, he still looks good. From what I've seen in his training films, Nick looks stronger than he was before he left. But you got Eric back in the middle, and you got Javon Kinlaw. There's the question. Is Javon going to be able to pull his weight as much as DeForest Buckner did in 2019? Is that asking too much? If that be the case, could that be what determines the 2021 defense? The secondary, by the way, is probably better than the 2019 defense by some estimations. But what do you think?
I'm going to drop a bombshell right now.
Go ahead.
Everybody look at here. As far as Javon Kinlaw, I think he's not going to be no DeForest Buckner, but I think he's going to improve this season a whole big amount. But I don't think he's going to be next to no DeForest Buckner caliber. I don't see that until at least till next season. But as far as him playing good, I think it's going to be good as long as DeForest. As long as you got Nick Bosa and the rest of them boys in there, it's going to be like a well-oiled machine. It's going to be a little slight drop-off is what I'm saying, but not much.
And that makes sense, though, because Javon, like you said, next year is going to be Javon's year. This year, he'll be getting up to a certain amount of speed. Third year, he's all the way up there. It makes sense.
Yeah. Then we'll see. We'll determine that next season. As far as the quarterback situation goes, I've been listening. I don't call, but I be listening. Once upon a time back in the day, Ronbo, I do recall telling you how, I was, happy to have Jimmy G on the team. I always praised the quarterback. I was always a Jimmy G fan. And I'm going to say this. A lot of people want Trey Lance to play, and I'm excited too. I ain't going to lie. I like Trey Lance. I like the way he looks, and pretty impressed with the 0 interceptions. And, I think there's a lot of promise. There's a high upside there. But as far as Jimmy G is concerned, I think, the man's pissed off this season. It's going to show, and his game is going to prove it. And everybody's going to know why I wanted Jimmy G on the team. Pretty much, Ronbo, I got my dream team that I wanted, I think back, 2014 when I wanted Jimmy Garoppolo to get drafted by the 49ers when the Pistons picked him up in 62.
Yeah.
Pick number 62, round 2 that season, and I wanted Jason Verrett that season. But he ended up going to the Chargers, and I thought maybe we'd pick him up, and sure enough, that came to fruition. Look, I basically got my dream team. So basically what I'm saying, Ronbo, this 2021 49ers, hell yeah, it's going to be better than the 2019 49ers.
I love the way you came around to that. He built it up. Boom, there's a decision. There you go.
Yep, you damn right. Because, I know football, and I know what the hell I'm talking about. And so watch, for all the Jimmy G haters out there who want to talk this and that and the other about how he can't do this and then he can't do. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, there is some limitation there. But watch, this season he's been getting so much scrutiny that man's gonna ball the freak out, and we all gonna know what the hell we're gonna be missing when he leaves. And that's all I got to say about that.
JT, I got to tell you, that really worries me because I already know what Jimmy G is going to do this year. I can see this right now. The table's set too well. There's too much going. You got a great offensive line. He's got mature receivers like he's never had. He's got 3 solid targets now, and also the fact that Jimmy says, I ain't got nothing to lose. Kyle don't like this place. Screw him. I'm getting this done so I can get paid next year. I have a feeling that's going to take over the mindset because all of Kyle's quarterbacks are always disciplined. They do exactly, and I think that's a Shanahan way. They feel like they know what they're doing, and you just need to do your job. And I think that's
Ronbo, and look at here. All that's going to do for Trey Lance is going to do nothing but benefit that man because watch, come week 15, when we solidify the number 1 seed in our division, when we close that shit out, we're going to see Trey Lance pretty much close off the season with the last 3 to 4 games. And I'm going to drop the mic on that. JT is out and he left the building.
JT, good to hear from you. Have a great night, fam.
Hey, you hear it. You got it, Ronbo. Have a nice night. Niner Empire.
Yeah, there he is. JT on the return. Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, we're looking at it's all next week as football gets underway. And probably the hallmark of the 2019 team was that defense. Now, you got 2021, there's going to be high expectations. You know how we do. If we don't get perfection, we have people that will be hating and complaining and getting mad and just talking major poo-poo about that defense if they don't look like 2019. I feel sorry for them. With that said, do you believe the 2021 defense could measure up to 2019 defense or surpass?
It's some what if. I don't know, man. It's for one, we got rid of one
Buckner
important piece, D4, yeah, and then we got D4. I don't know if he's gonna come back. So
that's everybody's question.
We got a couple holes in Richard Sherman, So we got a holes to fill. We got to see, and then we got the most important part. It's the defensive coordinator. Robert Salas is gone, so we got to figure out. D'Amico Ryan got to figure out how to call plays, defensive plays. In certain situations. That's all playing a part of it. Yeah. Hopefully we can.
The D'Amico thing, man, that's such a. I can't even begin to figure that one out. You look at Javon Kinlaw versus DeForest Buckner. Yeah, you can figure that out kind of quickly. Richard Sherman not being on the field, boy, it's a little tough because Sherman did demand the kind of respect that Verrett may not get. He'll get tested. You know what, though? Verrett could get tested in the beginning of the game, and they might quit because he's in better shape now. And after a year working out with playing ball, Verrett could be even more dangerous this year than it was last year. And he was damn good last year.
Yeah. He was cold, but, he came off a couple injuries. He was out for a while, so, he came back, played very well.
Yeah, so you got to look past that and look at what you got now. And he's had a whole season, no problem. If he comes back and has this season, no problem. Brett, man, I see he's a Pro Bowler.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's sure enough is a Pro Bowler. He proven that, but just the whole, I have to see how D'Amico Ryan coaches the defense and shows.
I don't know what to say about that.
It took Robert Saleh a couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying? It took him a couple of seasons just to start getting the groove of how to make play calling and right personnel.
But Jay, Robert didn't have the talent. D'Amico's got some. Robert came in like Shanahan with starting from scratch with the defense. No personnel. There was no Fred Warner yet. There was no Sherm. There was no Verrett. We had Dante Johnson back there. So now the team D'Amico's got, them boys, that's not a fully assembled team. They are stacked. So all he's got to do is
but I'm just saying, you got to still look at he's still a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's still a rookie
as a coach in DC anyway.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a time. Even though he got the talent, at the same time, you probably can't make the proper adjustments. Play calling. Just even though he played defense, he was a linebacker. You still, it takes a while to start making, the proper calls, and, he knows defense, of course, because he played that, highest of the highest level, competition. So, but at the end of the day, it's a different world when you are the defensive coordinator and you're calling the plays and, and proper adjustments. I have to see. I can't just say,
Jay, you know what, though?
We're going to be better than 2019 because we still got, Nick Bosa coming from injury. We got D Ford that come from injury. So
we got a lot coming back, but at the same time, we got to see how they come back from the injury. And they could play with their mental. You know, a lot of Jimmy ain't even came back from his injury. You know what I'm saying? So even though he was out there playing, mentally he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole key as an athlete. You got
about Jimmy G.
Yeah, Jimmy G. You know, it's all up here. When you tear your knee up, you know what I'm saying, or coming from a major injury like that, you know, a lot of times they're timid and there's players go on at their legs, so they're thinking more don't get hurt than playing the actual game. And so that's what I'm saying. A lot of key factors that plays into this. You know, I would like to say, hell yeah, we're going to be better. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know because of the fact where we came from. And hopefully we can be better than 2019 defense. But, man, I really don't know. You know, I got to see more Kinlaw, how he could pressure or demand double team, and there's some question marks that needs to be answered, and I can't just sit here and say at the end of the day, but Ronbo, I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? I love my team to the fullest, but at the same time, I got it's some question marks out there that I want to
So Jay, you're not going to put yourself. No, I'm just saying you're not going to put your neck on the line and make a prediction. I understand where you're coming from. We're all in that same line of thinking. It's just, how would you predict it if you put everything together in your own mind? Are they going to be worse?
I will put us in it. You know what I'm saying? I will put us in it. I will put us in the close in the top, almost top 5. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on.
That'll make them equal too.
How close. Top 5, top 6. You know what I'm saying? Close top 10.
Right.
Around there, you know what I'm saying? But, I have to really see how we come out.
How things look in the beginning.
We come out that first.
That's something we'll be able to better determine at that point. But, Jay, we're going to go. Hey, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll look for you tomorrow night, Jay, as we do always.
All right, bro. No doubt. Yeah, we're good one.
Have a good night, fam. Yeah.
You too.
It's tough to make a call right now. That's why I said, this would be fun. Try to make that call now, look at all the elements that we got now, and just be able to be that guy that could lay that line down in Vegas. 49ers Ultimate Reporting's John can't call in. 2021 defense, when healthy, will be very scary to watch. It's Niners all day and Niners! Because my thing is, I figure Javon Kinlaw is key in any decision we make going forward, because I think the secondary is going to be just fine. The secondary was considered the 49ers' weakest link in 2019. It could be the secondary. We know that frontline defense, it looks on paper to be fierce, and they were. See, now they're not seeing that because of some of the question marks. Javon is a question mark. D'Amico Ryans is a question mark. That's it, though, isn't it? That is actually it. What Javon's going to do, what D'Amico's, how's he going to arrange things. The secondary, some people think it's going to be better than it was in 2019. Strange stuff, huh? And the Rod says, until the Seahawks win 2 consecutive titles, they aren't qualified to talk championship aloud. Can you smell what the Rod is cooking? Hey, in fact, Rod, let me get him in here. Niners, Rod.
Finally, the Rod has come back to Ronbo Live.
Football season really here now. Rod done checked in. Rod, you heard me go through that whole thing. I didn't know you were sitting right there listening. But Rod, the defenses, man, This is why I said, you know what? You can call it now. Let me ask folks tonight. If you can call it now, is this defense going to measure up to that now legendary 2019 D? And people don't know if DJ Jones wouldn't have went down and Ronnie Blair, that defense, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I would have said, ain't no way in hell 2021 is going to equal 2019. But Rob, what are you thinking?
To be honest with you, Robert Saleh's gone. Like the last caller said, I expect an aggressive game plan for the 49er defense from DeMeco Ryans because, I mean, the guy has been around the entire time. He was a linebackers coach who played a big part of helping develop Fred Warner, Drew Greenlaw. So why would I think anything less, Ronbo?
You shouldn't, and I agree.
To be honest with you, I'm expecting to see boosting our defense this year. I'm thinking now that the secondary problem is gonna get better. I think Richard Sherman last season he had issues with his injuries, and he seemed to be the weakest link as far as going on man-to-man coverage.
Yeah. And he started getting exploited too, just for that reason.
Right. So I think that this training camp, DeMeco Ryans is going to make the effort to get that secondary in check. And I mean, not only that, I think that the front seven that we have is still going to be a menace for any offensive line. So, I don't see any reason why we should regress. I don't see any reason why we should expect to see us falter post Robert Saleh era. I think these guys are still on the regular trying to add more talent to the already good defense. Nick Bosa's coming back healthy this year. And I saw the show the other day, D Ford, the word out in the camp is he's coming back healthy. We're not going a couple of years ago, we was probably a little too vocal on our enthusiasm, but we're gonna be humble this year.
Yeah.
We're going to be humble this year, but we're going to silently whip everybody's ass this year. Silently.
And be humble about it. And say, excuse me, sorry, I hope you're okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But, other than that, I see these cats on the chat line talking about Trey Lance is worse than Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay. What? That's cool.
I'm not
We're going to take that. We're going to take that.
Oh, you mean other teams, not 49er fans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, not 49er fans.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Ronbo, like I said before, back on the Garoppolo discussion, I'm thankful for his services. I'm not gonna just completely throw him under the bus. I will say that the front office did its job in making sure, in case of injury, that we can bring somebody else along to the mix with a skill set that's more fits our scheme. And I think, Trey Lance was the right acquisition. Now, the last time I was on here, you and I both talked about it. Shanahan's he's gonna let the best guy hit the field.
Yep. And
if Trey Lance isn't ready yet, then I don't want to see him on the field until he's ready.
And that makes sense. We need to win. We this is one season out of 5 we got winning. We can't have that. That's got to stop.
Yeah. And last but not least, my last comment would be, I'm really, really hopeful that Jalen Hurd is ready to have a good training camp and get plugged into the mix. I think that he's the guy that they want to see to be the number 3. But Ronbo, have you heard that what's his name? Mohamed Sanu.
He's looked good.
They say he's looking. Yeah, I've heard, man. They say he's in the best shape of his whole career right now.
And he came in that way because he looked that good in OT. He was looking good in OTAs when everybody else was dragging butt. So
Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this season upcoming.
But Nobody's talking about Jawan Jennings. We did 1 week. Jawan Jennings also, him and Sanu was actually the OTA's stars. And I know no pads and all that other stuff, but Jawan Jennings may be a man on a mission this year, too. They said he trimmed down, he looks faster. And when Grant Cohn says something good about somebody, well, they must look even better than that, right? So
right.
I wonder about him. He's got size. If he can run routes and get open, that'd be his thing. Because Kendrick Bourne didn't have blazing speed either. But Kendrick can get you open, though. In and out of a route quickly, put that ball where it's supposed to be. Kendrick's probably going to make that play. So we're going to see.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, it would be interesting to see if Richard James will be given the opportunity to fulfill that Kendrick Bourne role, because I just don't think we appreciated him as much as we should have.
Kyle never let him
when
play.
He was asked to go in. When he was asked to go in, the dude performed.
Yes.
Right.
He was the reason why we came back against Washington, as I remember. When nobody else could get anything going, Richie made a play. And Kendrick, two guys that shouldn't have made plays. Kendrick made that play way downfield, sliding through the water and everything. I said, man, this Washington defense, man, y'all, nobody told me about this defense. We can't move the ball. And the thing, all of a sudden, finally got an opening, and it wasn't our main guys. It was guys Richie and Kendrick. So what?
Right.
So,
Ronbo, before we go, man, this is the Seahawks rain guy on the line talking about some be humble before we sweep you scrubs again. You didn't see the comment I made earlier. You guys are yet to win 2 consecutive Super Bowls, bro. I mean, you went to a second one, but on the goal line, you choked. So just keep in mind,
yes,
it took the Seahawks to come to the NFC West to get some of the championship material to rub off on them to get them their first ring. When you guys was in the AFC West, you did absolutely doo-doo.
Rod,
and I'm saying doo-doo because kids online.
I thank you and appreciate it. And Rod, the funny thing is, that's the only guy in it that's bothering you. They got a host of dudes in there. Rod, if you don't feel like getting mad, don't look through that whole chat. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Rod, let me see you tomorrow, fam. Since you back, it's good to hear you too. Come on back tomorrow. I'll be looking for you.
I will definitely call you back tomorrow, Ronbo. And one more thing. If I hear another one of those Seahawks fans come on here with that noise, I'm going to have to get Russell Westbrook underwear, probably panties, because what's his wife's name? Sierra?
Sierra, yeah.
Man, come on, man. Get the hell up out of here with that shit. We'll catch you next time, Ronbo.
All right, Rod, looking forward. Let me get that holler out.
Give me that exit, boss.
A niner! Rod's return. Roll Tide.
If you smell what the rod is cooking. Holler back, baby.
Hey, fam. Oh, God. Hey, Michael.
Yo, Ronbo.
Yeah. Michael.
What's good, man?
Oh, Michael, the season's getting underway, man. We're sitting here, we're getting all ready for the season. And we're talking about, if we could just have a defense equal to that 2019 defense, we'll be unstoppable again. And Michael, the bad thing about it is, if this defense is anything like 2019 defense, we could go 16-1 because the schedule's just not as tough as it was in 2019. We went through pure hell in 2019, and we still won 13 times. Oh!
Hey, well, look, I'm gonna tell you why. Not only will it be better, but it'll be different. It'll be a different kind of better.
Yeah, true.
Because check me out. Because D'Amico Ryans is a linebacker coach, right? So he knows our linebackers better than anybody else. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Aziz All-Star year, and then what's his name? Demetrius Finnegan Fowles.
Flanagan Foles. Yeah.
Flanagan Foles. Sorry, it's one of those like kind of goofy names, you know. But
it's hard.
I think we're going to see a lot of blitzes, a lot of unique kind of blitzes, and a lot of quarterback pressures that will equal the same amount of pressures that we had of 2019. It won't be the same, 4 all insane D linemen killing the quarterback, but it'll be almost the same kind of product. That's what I really believe. And I think we're clearly better in the secondary, because we had, a first year Mosley and Sherm, and now we got Mosley year 3.
Yes.
And we got JV coming back full healthy. Bro, I think we're gonna be clearly better. I really do. And Kinlaw, man, look, Kinlaw's not gonna be DeForest Buckner as far as his pass rush input. But I think when it comes to running the football, I think you can't move Kinlaw. I just don't think you can.
Yeah.
So
he proved that last year. Actually,
he did. I mean,
people were running him off the line.
No, nobody was. Now he wasn't really getting through, but every now and then he would, and you kind of saw what he can do. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that, man. I really think we do. So look, I think Kinlaw's going to get about 6-7 sacks, but a whole ton of disruption in the run game.
He
just
came close
beating
last
up
year,
running
Mike.
back.
Close. He would just barely miss a few times. Just barely missed.
Bro, watch that Patriots game, man. He had like 3 sacks on that. He got like an inch off, bro. Like I swear, it's gonna be great, man. I really think we're gonna be better all around. I think the offense is gonna be better than it was in 2019 too. Like I think it's obviously gonna be better too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, look at the offense.
Yeah.
Look at the assembly of talent now compared to 2019. You had an okay offensive line, but nothing like it is now, right?
I mean,
we had one prime time receiver, and the rest were good. Debo was a rookie, but he was solid. And then you had also E-Man, and then Kendrick, part-time good, part-time okay,
and then you had like
part-time
Pettis every
invisible.
now and then, and like a bunch. But like, I think Debo's better and healthier this year for sure. And I think Ayuk is better right now than Sanders was when we picked him up. I think that. And wide receiver 3, Arizona has a problem. I think it's a blessing. We got like 3 options we could put there. If Jalen Hurts healthy, bro, that's his spot. We still got Richie. I think Juwan Jennings is gonna be lethal. And I think Mo Sanu coming for some heads, bro. I think we're gonna be nice. And the running back trio is insane. I think it's unfair. They gave bro.
I forget about
who let Kyle Shanahan get Trey Sermon, man.
I wonder who did that. Who's that? Probably Bobby. Bobby Turner. Yeah.
Man, Trey gonna go crazy this year, bro. He's gonna ball out of his mind. He might take the number 1 spot by the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
We'll see.
I really would.
If Trey can help us win, let him have it. If that's the case, I got no problem with that.
Look, I see Trey Sermon from his Ohio State clips. I see him as a running back where once he gets going, he's going to pick up 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, and then 112. It's going to be lethal, bro. And then we're just going to be handing him off the ball whenever we had a lead. Because if you remember, man, even though we were insane 2019, once we had a lead, it wasn't really like, we'd almost kind of give it up some games.
Well, you know what, though? Because we would run the ball to death at that point. You know what? That's why Mostert, I still wonder, Trey Sermon could actually become the guy who's like, because you remember when Mostert finally took over? Mostert was like a guy they brought in on occasion. And then all of a sudden, Mostert became the main dude, right? So Trey Sermon could be that guy, even though he's just coming into the league. I don't want him to get hurt like a lot of guys do in the first year. But I want him to go out there and establish himself and be like he was at Ohio State, because that dude, man.
I mean, definitely. I mean, look, I'm sad about Jeff Wilson Jr. Man, I thought he was gonna have a crazy year, but at the same time, though, I'm kind of excited because that kind of opens up spots for a Wayne Gallman to show what he's got, and Trey Sermon. And I think our O-line is like 5 times better than what it was in 2019, man. Because you remember, man, we lost our center. And our guards were kind of like, our right guard was like a mix of whomever can play it. And Joe Staley, I love him to death, man, but he was getting up there in age. I think Trent is obviously better.
And you know what? Mike Person was a problem. And Mike Person really was on full display in that Super Bowl. Person was okay in the first 2-3 quarters. All of a sudden his body just quit in the fourth quarter. And that was an open door for the entire last 10 minutes.
Man, he made bum-ass Frank Clark look good, man. That was a problem, bro.
Jesus.
But
it's okay.
Look, I think fans got to think that this team won't look the same as it did in 2019, but I think it could potentially be better. And you got to just be kind of open about the direction that they're taking the team in a lot of ways. And this whole Jimmy G, Trey Lance camp battle, I think is great. I think we're gonna see Jimmy G from 2017, where he's like, "Hey, I gotta earn my stripes." Because look, if Jimmy G has a bad season, bro, he's not gonna start in a game for any team.
That's
right. He knows that. We know that.
He's already kind of said that.
Yeah.
I mean, one article he did say that. So he said Jimmy G's thing was, if they think you're not that good, then show them you're better. If people this, people that, is in at the end of the day, if you don't do well, nobody's going to remember you. Jimmy G is going to be fierce this year. I already know that's coming. I mean, we're going to see G we ain't seen since 2017. You hit that right on the head. Did we lose Mike? Mike!
Yo, hey, my fault, bro. I'm muting myself.
But
yeah, hey, and look, and when it comes to like D Ford's health, man, look, if we could just get him for third down snaps and let Ebukam take the rest, I think it would be solid. To be honest, man.
Don't overuse him. Some people say he's getting paid too much money. We want him out there. The majority said no. Because he's not gonna be able to play that whole 17 games if you use him to that extent. I'm scared of that.
No,
it's sad.
He's
but
not.
It's true.
And not only that, I want to see what Samson got. I want to see what Ebukam got, because on the Rams they're kind of using him as like this in between linebacker, pass rusher, but now he's a committed pass rusher.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen.
Mike,
and
I'm excited. 4-4. So running backs are not going to get away. Quarterbacks are in deep trouble. Yeah. I found that out just recently. Right. I didn't know he was that fast. Man, my God, he's fast for a big guy like that.
Yo, man. Look, I think we got to be patient with D'Amico Ryans, but I think by the end of the season, bro, it's gonna be a nasty defense, man. Like man to man, in your face. You're not getting an inch of a yard. We're beating you up at the line. Go ahead, run the ball, meet Kinlaw in the middle. Go ahead, see what happens.
And Mike,
it's gonna be great. I'm excited, man.
And Mike, the exciting thing is, people aren't gonna know. Probably a lot of teams know what Robert Saleh likes to do. They don't have a clue as to what D'Amico likes to do. I can't wait for this.
No one knows. I mean, we kind of know because he came out of our system, but they don't know. There's gonna be some coordinators on our team kind of like shook. They're like, hey, I don't know what's going on. They got this guy blitzing, they got that guy hitting our quarterback. I don't know how to, I don't know what to do.
New wrinkles.
Yeah.
Mike, great to hear from you again, fam. Hey,
I appreciate it, bro. This is always a good time with you, Ronbo.
Hey, appreciate you, fam. Hey, Mike, I'll be back here tomorrow looking for you if you got time, all right?
Hey, I'll be in there, boss. No worries.
Right, looking forward.
Yeah,
all right, Michael. Good night, fam.
Yeah, take it easy, Ronbo.
Remember, Michael, that sound system, it crashes in my headphone, and it's such a high fidelity. Oh, Ellis!
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, man, we're sitting here dreaming because, hopefully next year we'll be saying, boy, if this 2022 defense can look anything like the 2021, hey, won't that be fun? Because, see, we're looking back at 2019 was the last, we should probably give more love to last year. I don't know why I don't look at 2020's defense. I look at it as a gimmicky defense, but not a dominant defense, right? So I want to see domination out there. I want to see teams look frustrated like they did in 2019. I mean, that look on Aaron Rodgers' face when he kept getting up out the dirt and when the 49ers knocked the ball loose and ran it back into the 3-yard line. And Aaron's sitting there looking like, you guys going to block for me today or what? I want to see that kind of defense. If 2021's defense can look anything like that and better, man, this is going to be a fun season. Hey, what do you think? Can they do it?
Oh, man, come on. You already know what Lions is going to be. And that's absolute. I mean, it's we're going to be expecting a lot more excitement. I mean, that's at least at a minimum. I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot more, a lot more movement. I mean, remember how irritated we get when, other teams would be blitzing and, doing stuff and getting to us quick.
Right.
They were taking advantage of us, you know what I mean, in those ways. And, guys miss up, you got guys disguised as they're going to be in coverage and then they come in and blitz, you know what I mean? So we're going to be doing a lot of different stuff that's going to shake up, our opponents. And I think it's, it's right on time because, after seeing just how last season went and how well we did, it's like, just imagine if we actually took it up another notch, defensively. I mean, I'm not in any way just, straight up and down feeling like DeMeco's going to, take any shorts or, we're going to go, we're going to decrease in our level of intensity and our overall production defensively. I mean, we actually can go up. And I think that's the, that's really interesting, and it feels, good to be able to actually say that. I don't feel like it wasn't a demotion or we didn't take a step down. I feel like defensively, I think we are either going to be equal to, if not greater. I mean, we can leave room for potential that, maybe things might not get, banging right away. But I just, for some reason, the in-house hire, the already been built relationship that's been ingrained and that's been, that's manifested with DeMeco Ryans already being there with the guys, I think there's a lot more in our favor, that we go up than go down, just because of that. And,
familiarity.
Obviously
huge.
Exactly. The relationship and the continuity that, those years and everything is key, man. So I see us going up. Now, the Javon Kinlaw and the DeForest Buckner thing, they're two different players in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Obviously, they're big and massive, but they are two different sides of the coin. So, but with that, Javon, I think we can say that DeForest already came in probably a little bit more maybe seasoned and mature. He's kind of got this, this thing about his, demeanor, his ability. He's shown that from the giddy up. He gets it right away. But Javon Kinlaw, on the other hand, though he hasn't looked like, oh man, that didn't look like a first round pick, whatever kind of criticism he's getting, he's done a lot of things that has countered any kind of, maybe, whatever may be lacking in other areas. And the fact that he's not taking even what he has done, what he has done well, it's not enough for him. You know what I mean? His hunger, he's on a really humble, he's a real humble guy. And just from what he's talking about, it's a different animal with Javon versus DeForest. So I think it kind of pans out, perfectly for us. I think the only thing that we could say that may not look as promising is if Javon Kinlaw starts to get injured, because we didn't have those issues with with DeForest. But when it comes to overall, right. So when it comes to overall production, I think Javon is going to do tremendous work. He's only going to go up. That's just and that's great for him, because not all rookies or all players that come into the league get that kind of promise or have those views. And everybody that's pretty much looking at Javon feels the same way. So it's really all in his favor. Everything is in Javon's favor, and it's his for the taking. So I mean, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see him and DJ next to each other, and then we got Nick on the outside, and just, I mean, it's, the pressure is immense. I mean, what are they going to do? What the hell are they going to do?
And you can't double team. Not even. You cannot double team that line. Nobody.
Man, come on.
And DJ Jones can get after the quarterback. There's no place to double team. So go ahead, double team.
Exactly.
I hope you do. Ellis, they're going to say, okay, make the rest of the guys beat us, but Nick Bosa is not going to beat us today. You guys, we're going to double team. We're going to double down. We're going to triple down on time. We're going to work on several schemes today. Nick Bosa is our guy. See, that I hope coaches do think that's the case. All right, go ahead.
Nick and Sampson on each side. Coming in, and then we got Arden Key, and we got that Hurst fella, and just this depth. It's like, when they come in, it's like, all right, we got a breather finally. Nick's out the game. Oh shit, no, we don't. We got so and so in here. They can't take their foot off the gas. There's no, there's going to be no real shift momentum wise. I just feel like it's just going to be, it's going to be consistent. They're going to be like, damn, can we get a break? Yeah, we got a break on third down. No, we don't have a break on third down. No, we don't have. You know what I mean? There's just going to be nothing for really the offenses to feel confident in when it comes to the defensive pressure they're going to be getting. There's not going to be any, any fall off at all.
And you think about the packages you could do. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say let's put Ibukum on one side, and put Armstead and Javon in the middle. On the other side, I'm gonna put in one of the guys you just mentioned, and I'm gonna have Nick come in. I'm gonna slide a linebacker out of there. And Nick, you play anywhere on that line you like. All right, that's gonna be one of my favorite packages. If I could design that package, I said, Nick, you line up right here. You between you and the linebacking crew. All right. Now, whatever you decide to do is up to you. You make that call. Now the OC is in the call timeout. Because see, now you're going to ruin anything the offense had planned because you can't plan against those kind of packages. See, I see D'Amico being that kind of dude. I can't wait to see what happens here.
And then he's going to be having Jimmy and Shark and guys coming in.
Yep.
Jimmy's going to be able to be a robber a little bit this year. I know he wants to. I know he's talking about. I wish I could just be a robber all the time, but but he does more than just that. Hey man, shout out to Jimmy, man. Because look, man, you are too good just to be being a robber all the time, man. But we can't wait to see D'Amico spice it up and throw you in there, man, and come and attack, and then obviously with Shark and all of the other guys, I mean, hell, even with Ambry and Diamador, depending on which one of those guys are able to show and prove that they're ready to get in. And it probably won't be both of them, but it sounded like Ambry might be a little bit more in a favored position. As far as getting some short tick. Yeah, and he's more lengthy, and just some different things that he can. Yeah, so but
was tenacious though. We can see what happened in camp because they probably want to keep them both. We'll see because Tim Harris is probably.
Oh no, they better keep him.
Yeah.
No, they better keep him, Ronbo. I mean, you can't just get rid of. You can't get rid of the young fella like that. And look at
stocking the Hawks roster for one thing. I'm sick of that, man. Right, keep an eye on what the 49. Who they release? We're gonna pick them up immediately. Unseen, sight unseen, doesn't matter. What? Man, keep your hands off that. Get out of here. God, go.
Long snappers, water boys, anything. Shit, they're gonna get anybody. Equipment guys, we want anybody from the organization.
I know. If you catch Shannon running around, kidnap him, put him in the van, bring him in here.
Right.
Go.
Exactly. Last Ronbo, I seen Chandler Jones, man.
Yeah,
I saw the Chandler Jones request.
Wow.
How do you feel about Chandler Jones?
I don't know. What's wrong? Well, first of all, I want to know, because this way you can get a gauge as to how serious the matter is. Are they really going to make a deal? That's wow.
He requested a trade. He wants some money. Yeah, he wants some money. I think the money's getting a little funny over there. I think, what is it? Is it Hop and who else? Who's getting all the money? I mean, what the hell's going on? What happened? Wait a minute. Earth to Arizona. Are y'all going bankrupt like the Rams, or what the hell's going on?
Well, they got a problem.
Where's all the money at? I mean,
D-Hop may end up not playing. Okay, because the things they're saying, it's like they're aiming them at D-Hop. So we're going to be players are going to get fined if they go outside of protocols. I said, what? 14,000 something, right? So I was.
Oh no, it's 14. Okay, that's
14,
right. That was for
15,
yeah.
Close. So I'm just saying, my God. Yeah. I mean, So this could disrupt the NFL. I think all of our guys are vaccinated now. I guess. I don't hear any stories going on in our camp.
Yeah, well, the problem is there's a lot of things going on outside of, just everybody just wanting to get these shots, but there's other stuff. So there's people that are paying attention to different things and, what these things contain and the reactions. If if anyone's paying attention to the different reactions that, children and adults are having. And I'm just saying, so guys are looking at all of that.
Well, I understand it.
Once it's in your system, you can't just extract it and take it out of your body.
See, but the NFL says, look, man, y'all we ain't losing no money. Your body means nothing to us. You guys.
And that's
don't
what
want
I'm
to get
saying.
the vaccine. If
That's
something
what I'm
happens,
saying.
well, I got to tell you, you guys got to do this. You got to pay this. You got to pay this. It's rough. A lot of jobs.
What they don't want to do is piss the players off too much and start into where it becomes a revolt and guys want to stop playing football, and then they're not gonna have any effing money. So Roger, you better figure it out over there, and because these are lives. Everybody wants to be in control of their life and what they put in their body, and being forced to have to choose between the love of their lives and their lives. You should already know what they're going to pick.
It's the danger. I think you get tested before you come into the facility anyway. So there's no point in to keep
all of the shit they did last year, Ronbo. They could just repeat the same process they did last year. They don't have to make it this strenuous or this hard. Then you want to find the guys. You're just going to piss them all off, and then they're not going to want to play football anymore because of how you guys set this up. Now the fans and everybody else end up. We don't. Let's just hope and pray that we can, find some medium here, which that's not going to guarantee we're not in control of that. But again, it's going to ruin our sport that we love, football. If this continues and gets out of hand, it can spiral and go in the wrong direction.
I know. Well, Ellis, with that said, let us see you tomorrow on Monday night.
Sir.
And I guess, because I just realized it's Tuesday when they hit the field. Tomorrow's just checking in and warming up and moving back in, I guess. I don't think there's any activity tomorrow, but I understand. 27th, yeah. 27th is when they start. I keep jumping the gun. We got to wait till Tuesday, damn it.
Yeah, I heard Gardner. Yeah, man, they got some stuff going on. So, let's get ready for it. Man, everybody, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man, for the Ronbo Sports Show. Looks like we're almost up to what? We got a little over 100 something likes, Ron-Bo. So shout out to everybody who hit that like button tonight, man.
Thanks,
and any new subscribers and followers, shout out to all the ladies and gentlemen out there. Peace and love to all the good people out there, man. And it's an honor for life. Thank you, brother Ron-Bo.
Thank you, Ellis. All right, fam. Appreciate you know this. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yes,
man,
sir.
Ellis.
Peace, man.
Yeah. And porn star Jimmy. I'm about to have 69 TDs. That's got to be JJ. It's JJ's style. 69 TDs. If you do the math on that, that's a lot of TDs each and every week. Fam, thanks for the contribution tonight. I can't wait to see you. We're underway. The NFL season. The clock starts ticking now. Niners!